This is Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Ready!
Brought to you in part by First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Vinton Ford. Now, let's go live to the action with the voice of Ada Cougar Football, Kenny Morrison.
A very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Coy Ishto Stadium on the campus of East Central University for East Central Tiger. On the campus of East Central University for Ada Cougar football tonight as Ada Cougars take on the Durant Lions in the home opener. The 2022-23 season finally getting underway here at home as the Cougars have been on the road for 2 weeks, and it's good to be in the confines of Northfield. Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. Jeremy Marr, Bridges Velarde on the camera, live stream, audio, radio, 99.3 on your radio dial. Also the live stream at k88radio.net. You can hear us audio and video there. Glad you have tuned in. And in addition to the home opener, Trey Kinley, as I bring you in tonight, it's homecoming here in the lid lifter for the home season.
Yeah, great night for football. The weather's great. We're not looking into the sun. We have a big booth spread out here instead of being confined in a little square box like we have been the last 2 weeks. It's good to be home. It's good to have a home opener. Only one of four at home this year, so we need to get our money's worth out of these 4 games.
And the good news is for the final 8, exactly half will be at home now since we got the first 2 out of the road. But after tonight, the next 2 weeks on the road, then it's kind of home friendly as we wrap up the regular season. District play starts next week.
It's not very visitor friendly either, though, because they do travel forever.
Yeah, that's right. It is a long haul here in the district. Cougars come in 1-1 on the season, 35-18 at Ardmore 2 weeks ago, losing to McAllister 34-0 last week, the number 1 ranked team in 5A. Durant represents 5A District 3. They are 0-2. Identical 30-6 losses to Broken Bow, who's in the Ada district this year, and also last week they lost to a pretty good Tulsa Rogers team. The turnover bug bit Durant. They're 0-2, but a little bit better than a season ago when they gave up 45 points a game, the most in school history for a single season at Durant.
Yeah, I was able to watch the Rogers film, and normally you hear Tulsa Rogers, you think, but they actually looked pretty good and did a great job of taking advantage of the turnovers that Durant had. Didn't really force a lot of them. They were unforced turnovers. And so hopefully we can force some tonight and take advantage of them.
Should be a good night of football here from Coy Ishto Stadium. A beautiful night. Skies are clearing, a few spattering of clouds. No chance of rain in the forecast. Going to be a good night for football. It's homecoming. We'll carry as many of the festivities live for you as we can. Right now we're going to go to our first commercial break, and on the other side, I had a chance to sit down with Ada head coach Brad Osteen on Thursday morning. Coach's Corner coming up next. You're listening and watching the Ada Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Liability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at greatplainskubota.com. That's greatplainskubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
And one more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell Morgan sent ya.
Finn Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at finnford.com.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best-in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome to Ada High School football. This is Coach's Corner. I'm Kenny Morrison. Cougars this week, first home game of the season. The Durant Lions come calling to Ishto Stadium. I'm here with the coach, Coach Osteen, Brad Osteen. Coach, welcome, man.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Cougars at home, as I mentioned, for the first time. Another longtime rival, the Durant Lions, come calling tonight at Ishto Stadium. Cougars coming off a week where they lost to McAllister, the top-ranked team in 5A, 34-0 last week. 1-1 now in the season. Coach, been impressive in one outing and a big win at 5A Ardmore. A little step back with the loss to McAllister, but sometimes that can pay dividends down the road.
100%, and that's why we schedule those guys. It's the rivalry and everything, but we had opportunities to schedule other folks, and we chose to stick with those guys because it's kind of a tradition. But the other thing is they're high quality programs, and the only way to get better is to play good people. And so I thought we played above our expectations a little bit maybe against Ardmore. Really, really pleased with our effort and things like that. But if you remember last week, we talked about fundamentals and technique and all those type things. That kind of showed its head against McAllister, and I don't think we were. I don't know if it was an emotional letdown or what, but we didn't seem focused. But sometimes a good loss is good for a team to grow. And so I've been in this 20 plus years, and a lot of it as a head coach. And I think if you go out and play a weak team and you beat them 50-0. All those technique things, all the fundamentals, all the things that they kind of get camouflaged because of the win, And so if we handle it right, maybe the best thing for us.
McAllister, the type of football team that if you blink, drop a pass, make a mental mistake, they're just that good of a football team that make you pay. And that's kind of some things that took place on Friday night. That's behind. Talk about now coming out of that game, you got to regroup, and it all starts with practice leading up to tonight's game.
Sure.
How's the week been?
Had a great week. I think our kids, they came in Sunday, and we watched video from the McAllister game, and you could hear a pin drop, And so I think that woke them up a little bit. And so come out Monday, and we spent a little time as far as game plan, installing some things, but we went back to some basic fundamentals, and then we worked. To where Monday's not necessarily a heavy work day. That's Tuesday and Wednesday. But we worked them, and they responded and had a good week of work.
Head coach Brad Osteen, second year as the head coach of the Ada Cougars, 1-1 on the season, final tune-up before the 4A4 district gets started on the road at Salisaw next Friday. Tonight's the final non-district game. The opponent's McAllister. They're up and coming. They got some guys that are trying to build a program. They're 0-2, though. They've struggled finding their identity this year. They've got a dangerous player, one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma, class of 2024. Talk about matching up with them, especially that against that kind of option offense.
Well, Durant's. I know a lot of those guys down there. I know their head coach really well, and they're going to be coached well. They're struggling. They're kind of very, I say, very young. I think they're starting two freshmen on defense, and we started freshmen. We start several sophomores, so it's time for us to grow up, and that's the thing that we have to do is our young guys got to step up. Our older guys got to lead. But Durant with their option attack, as long as you're a disciplined football team, when you face a triple option team, if you take care of dive, take care of the quarterback, and take care of pitch, you basically eliminated 80+% of their offense. So we got to be disciplined. We got to play assignment football and make sure we play with tons and tons of effort. And defensively, they got a new defensive coordinator. They're running the odd stack. The front three are pretty good. One of them's supposedly one of the best recruits in the state. It is what it is. We're excited about the opportunity to go up against that and see how we handle it. Do lots of stunts, so we got to play well up front, get our eyes up, and see what's happening there. But they're 0-2, but they're a young football team that's growing too. So if they ever put it together, they're going to be a good ball club.
Coach Brad Osteen, Durant, the opponent tonight, a team that's only thrown it 14 times in 2 games, completed 2 passes, and they've got a guy they can throw it to, a guy or two. But is it a game where defensively you crowd that box a little bit more and make them try to go over the top?
Well, you take what they do well, and that's running the option. The fullback is probably their best football player, carries the football a lot. So you take what they do well and then make them beat with the other, their second or third best thing they do. So we got to take away the option, take away the run game, and then crowd the box like you're saying, and give them the option of trying to beat us with their passing game. So they're not real good at the passing game. but you never know.
Coach Brad Osteen here on Coach's Corner. Coach, I know on the offensive side of the football, kind of a 2-point question here. Number one, the rush gain about 2.7 yards per carry. I know you need to get that number up. Talk about what the kind of the game plan there, and also you've put in so much more this year. How's the progress through these first 3 non-district games? Now your third one coming up on developing that multiple offense.
Well, offensively we struggled somewhat. We didn't catch the ball very well. We've been really inconsistent in our passing game. That's in practice. And so that's been a big-time point of emphasis this week of being more consistent. Because I've always said when you throw the football, there's 3 things that happen, and 2 of them are bad for us. So we got to be consistent there. We got to catch the football when we touch it. I mean, that's the way I've always taught it. If you touch the ball, you catch it. So being more consistent there. And then, we have to establish some type of run game. When the numbers are there, we have to be able to run the football, and we weren't able to consistently run the football. I thought the offensive line played pretty decent the first half. I think we got a little sloppy halfway through the third quarter, but, it's just we got to be balanced and we've got to be able to execute in all phases. And we were just the consistency level with us offensively right now is not there. But I'm happy with our progression this week in practice because the kids know, and that's the thing that being that this is our last, non-district game, the kids realize that, hey, if we don't hook up and get after it, we'll get our tail beat, and so I know it's hard and nobody likes to lose. And I don't hate a lot of things, but I hate losing. But sometimes in those early games, that can get your attention and refocus you and understand that we have to practice better. So, I'm excited to see our kids this Friday night. I think we're going to come out and play really, really well.
Should be a good crowd. They filed in here, Coy Ishto Stadium, homecoming. A lot of activity has been going on this week. A lot of activities tonight. Full house here at Coy Ishto Stadium. according to Mick Cowan's journals, and the late, great Mick Cowan and Trey Kinley picking that up after since we lost Mick. 62-14-2 all time against Durant last year, 28-6 win. And just some final thoughts here, Coach. You jumped on them last year. Day had 3 first-quarter touchdowns, and you were up 21-0 before Durant knew what hit them. Seems to be kind of the pattern this year so far. You jumped on Ardmore. Callender jumped on the Cougars.
Sure.
The gate's got to be open quick for the Cougars.
Well, we just got to come out of the gate. You know, we got to be focused. We got to be ready to go. You know, and I thought last week we were maybe a little bit wide-eyed or maybe kind of off a emotional high against Ardmore, and we kind of have a little bit of emotional letdown. But, you know, you got to come out ready to play. And I felt like we did against Ardmore. You could just tell, you know, and against McAllister, I didn't feel like that. So we got to come out. We got to come out and get after it. And then we got to handle adversity. You know, when adversity hits us, we got to be able to handle it. So, but you're 100% right. We got to get out of the gate and get after it.
If you're watching this in the pregame show, come on out, because first two on the road tonight here at home, and 2 more back out on the road before the Cougars finally get home for 3 or 4 a little bit later on. But it's a brutal road schedule here early. Put a plug in for the quarterback club as well. If you're watching this pregame show, every Thursday there's a luncheon here at the Calendar Room. We invite you to come out. Coach Brad Osteen, a couple of players always have a few words for us, and great food, and just get to talk to some guys about Cougar football and get a little insight on the upcoming opponent. That's every Thursday at noon. Calendar Room here on the campus of Ada High School. Coach, always I've enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to the home opener here in just a few.
We're glad to be home.
I bet. Cougars are going to put it on the tee. This has been Coach's Corner with head coach Brett Osteen. I'm Kenny Morrison. We'll be back with more pregame show after this timeout.
Ada's 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Ada Sales and Rental is your premier wedding and party rental resource in the Ada, Oklahoma area, bringing you the best for your wedding or other special event with the most unique and current trends available. Our experienced and helpful staff will help coordinate all of your ideas into the wedding of your dreams. And don't forget, we cater for all types of events: birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, prom, retirement, family reunions, and fundraiser supplies for schools and nonprofit groups. You'll find it all at Ada Sales and Rental.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you, if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we could help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is splat.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
And here come your Cougars for the 2022 season. Takes the snap, steps back, flushed out, rolling right, throws a hard one over the middle, touchdown! Andrew Hughes on a bullet from Carter Freeland. To the left, in motion, they fake the handoff. Freeland back, Hughes wide open down the middle of the field. He gets it, it's a touchdown. There you go, 15, 10, 5, see you, baby. Hughes to the end zone, wide open from the very beginning, and the play action, and the Cougars sprint down the field. The offensive lineman to give a body bump to Andrew. Back to pass, little flat pass to Coheen. Oh, he's intercepted! Cougars are in the end zone! Jack Morris, touchdown! Oh, baby! Ada gets the interception. Who made the hit? Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. A little taste of Cougar football for you from week 1 against Ardmore. Hope that gets your blood boiling for tonight as the Cougars have their home opener against the Durant Lions. You heard from head coach Brad Osteen in Coach's Corner. I'm Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley, Jeremy Marr in the booth here tonight from Norrisfield down below. Homecoming tonight, and the homecoming court, all that taking place down on the field here pregame. Always a big week, Trey, around Ada. A big week to raise money for different things around the campus.
Yeah, it's an unusual homecoming. Not unlike most schools. It's based on funds raised, and then it goes to the school to go towards. I know they did a marquee sign out front of the school a couple years ago, maybe last year, I'm not sure. But that was one of the things they purchased with the money that they raised.
Cougars tonight on the field, of course, taking on Durant. Now, transitioning to our football game, Durant comes in 0-2. Let's take a look at them for just a minute, Trey. Defensively, last year they gave up the most points in school history, 45 points per game. They weren't very good. Cougars went down and jumped on them early, had 3 first-quarter rushing touchdowns by Darius Gilmore, led 21-0, cruised to a 28-6 win, one of the 3 Ada wins a season ago. Durant is an improved team. They're 0-2, but they are improved from a season ago, and they've added a player that's the number 1 ranked player in the class of 2024 in the entire state of Oklahoma, and Xavier Sims.
Yes, he off the bus is a man. He is a 6'4", 270 physical guy. I don't think he affects our game plan, though. To be real honest with you, not to discount the kid's ability or anything like that, but if the defensive end is causing us problems, we got other problems. Because of this defense that they've run, a 3-5-3, I see quick passes. Defensive ends shouldn't get much time to get there. You know, last year they ran the amoeba defense. I don't know if you remember that, where they had 11 guys literally standing up, and it just kind of moved. That defense coordinator's not there anymore, is my understanding, so they're not going to run that type of defense, but they are going to bring some pressure, 3 high over the top, man-to-man coverage. Their linebackers are going to come, so I have a feeling we're going to be looking for that area between 10 and 15 yards. I see their safety bailing on every play. So we're going to try to find that hole in the middle of the field and get some yards after catch.
They call it the odd stack, kind of a cover 1 look. So the key is going to be giving Carter Freeland some time to throw the football. The line's going to have to hold up against a defense designed to bring pressure. In fact, you look at their couple of their guys up front. You've got on the defensive front, Caden Archer has 3 sacks. Next, Davian Sims has 2 on the season through 2 games. So those 2, one of them plays the tackle and Sims plays the defensive end. They're going to try to get in the backfield early against the Cougars.
Yeah, and I noticed in watching the film, sometimes they'll move Sims to the nose guard position as well. So they move him around a little bit. Rogers double-teamed him on almost every play from what I watched, and once his initial burst was over, that was pretty much all you got from him. Now, is that to say he can't play better, be more physical? Absolutely not. And they use him on offense, too. They threw to him a couple times, but it didn't look good.
Cougars' final tune-up before district play, their third-class 5A team they'll play in the pre-district race, and then next week is on to Salisaw to open for a District 4 play. We're going to take our final pregame timeout, come back, going to carry the coin toss and a special event probably here at Coy Ishto Stadium when we come back. This is Cougar Football, streaming live at KADARadio.net.
The Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Put the reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
One more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell Morgan sent ya.
Finn Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at finnford.com.
Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Fenton Ford.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium, Norris Field. Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. We're about 8 minutes from kickoff tonight as the Cougars take on the Durant Lions. Trey, this is the third. You got Ada, you got Ardmore, you got McAllister, and you got Durant, 3 traditional rivals. This series goes back a long way, 78 games, 62-14-2, one that Ada has absolutely dominated. They dominated McAllister over the years, not like they've dominated Durant, but this is well documented. What's interesting out of those 14 wins for Durant was the bookend wins. That last game Ada lost before the long streak, and the game that ended the streak in the 90s.
Yeah, Ada won 42 of 44 games, and those 2 losses were to Durant.
And
I'll be honest with you, I was at all of those games, and the Durant games before that. We never blew out Durant. Never. They were always physical, always uglied up the game. They were always close. So I know the game that ended it was rainy, it was nasty, and probably I talked to Steve Dean last week when I was headed to McAllister, and he said it's probably the best thing to happen to him that year, which you hear that a lot from coaches. And we heard that from Coach Osteen this week about last week's game. Yeah. We needed that.
And you heard that in the pregame. He talked about that in Coach's Corner. He said they made a lot of mistakes. If you missed the Coach's Corner a few minutes ago, Cougars made a lot of mistakes fundamentally in the big win at Ardmore. They were just kind of overshadowed by they played hard and they made some big plays and won the football game. Those mistakes they made magnified themselves against McAllister in the 34-0 loss. And one thing about the McAllister loss, they will not play a better football team this year than McAllister. And, Coach, even if this Cougar team makes a run at a state championship and gets to the state championship game, they feel like that there won't be a better team they played than they played last week in McAllister. We're waiting for the captains to meet at midfield. Let me go ahead and give them to you. Some delay for some reason. We're not sure why. They've been waiting to go to midfield for a while. For Durant, senior Matt Manners, offensive lineman. Carson Olivand, another big lineman, a junior. Caden Archer is a senior lineman. And Jacob Ingram, a defensive lineman, 6'4", 225 senior. That's the 4 captains for Durant. By the way, Durant's coached by head coach Todd Vargas, and he's been there for his 3rd year now. He came over from Medill. The Cougar captains, when they head down to the midfield and do the coin toss in just a moment, I think we might be waiting for the special event.
Yes.
I think, and we'll tell you what that is in just a moment. Just keep your eyes on the field. The Cougar captains will be Carter Freeland, senior quarterback. Andrew Hughes, number 14. He's a senior wide receiver and defensive back. Wearing number 44 tonight is Jack Morris. But take note, watching on our live stream, normally number 4, and the new uniform should be in by next home game, we hope. But Jack wearing a home jersey number 44 tonight. And the other captain is senior Darius Gilmore, starting running back for the Cougars. And again, they will have
probably see Darius on some defense tonight too, unlike the first 2 weeks at that star position.
Not sure the availability at game time. 100% sure of Xander Ryan's had a nagging injury. Of course, young man fought through some injuries a year ago, and nagging injuries again this year could keep him out or limited or keep him out tonight.
What I pointed out last week on the broadcast turned out to be true. In that wing T, Xander is the right wing, so he's going to his left every time. It's his left ankle. So anytime he plants to go upfield, he's putting stress on that ankle. So if he was on the other side, he'd be fine, but it's the plays are not uniquely reversible, so they're just I think probably going to hold him out for precautionary reasons, and then he'll be ready for district play next week.
Again, a small delay in getting the game started. They're working tell you what it is. We got a game ball that's going to be helicoptered in, I believe, here tonight. Is that what I understand?
Supposed to be from one of the Metaflight crews around here. Supposed to be at the 6-minute mark. Don't know. They've obviously cleared the field and have officers out, even back the football players back up into the end zone. So everybody on the field's kind of looking around aimlessly. Here we go.
Can hear it from above, and here you go. We'll just kind of carry this live. Again, this will be the game ball here at Coy Ishto Stadium. It's a pretty exciting night. Homecoming. And one thing about Ada, always done it right. The helicopter knows where Coy Ishto Stadium in Norrisville. I think he's making a circle.
Making a circle. Coming in against the wind. I didn't think you had to do that in a helicopter.
And look at Bridges Velarde. Going to follow him all he can until he gets behind the building. Good job, Bridges. But as we wait for the helicopter to come in and bring in the game ball, I will tell you last year, of course, Ada won this game 28-6. We talked about that briefly a moment ago. And the key to that game was a quick start. They scored 3 first-quarter touchdowns, and that's really what's happened in the 2 games this year. Ada jumped on Ardmore early. McAllister jumped on Ada early last week. Talked to Coach about that in the coaches show, and he feels like that's going to be key again. We got to come out, put last week behind us, have a bad taste in our mouth, get it out of the mouth, and come play Cougar football early in this game. Take care of the football, put some points on the board, hopefully in your first few possessions.
Well, what you want to do defensively, anytime you play, is make the other team uncomfortable. If we can get Durant behind the chains or get up on them quick, they're going to be uncomfortable throwing the ball based on what they've done this year. Again, only 2 weeks in, we don't know what can happen, but that we want to make them have to throw the ball.
You can hear the noise in the background as the helicopter now begins to hover over Coy Ishto Stadium and the Ada Cougar game ball, and it's going to pretty cool thing. They bring the game ball in at the 50-yard line, and we'll just kind of let you take a look at it. Air Evac Life. I think he split the 50, Trey. Game ball will be delivered as the captains get ready to take center the 50-yard line in just a moment. Ada crowd, all the phones and cameras are going. Durant, a week ago, turned the ball over in their loss to Tulsa Rogers, and they've had 8 turnovers in 2 games. There you go. What a nice touch here in homecoming.
They've turned it over in multiple ways: interceptions, fumbles, unforced fumbles. I believe there was their opening kickoff they fumbled. So got to be opportunistic and take advantage of any turnovers that we get.
You know, they were down 10-6 with 19 seconds to play in the first half. Tulsa Rogers scored late to go up 17-6 going to the locker room. Durant kicks an onside kick to start the third quarter, recovers it, and then fumbles the football and gives Tulsa Rogers a short field, and the game's over. So it's 24-6. So that said, Durant 0-2. Don't want to candy coat things. They're not a great football team, but they are much better, and they feel like they are making progress. So Cougars are going to have to execute tonight. And one thing I think Ada's going to have to do, and I asked Coach about this, is run the football with a little more consistency. Through 2 games, 2.6 yards per tote is all the Cougars have been able to manage so far.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it was about the same in both games, but it was much more effective against Ardmore because it set up the deep plays, it set up the deep throws, and it seems that McAllister or Ardmore was selling out to stop the run, so we had the shots over at the top. McAllister didn't have to do that. They were stopping the run with their front 7, so their secondary, their safeties weren't peeking in the box as much, the linebackers weren't crashing as hard, so even the yards per carry was about the same. The effectiveness of the run was much better against Ardmore than it was against McAllister.
Cougars just couldn't get their offense going, either rushing or really passing either last week, as they only had 119 total yards last week against the McAllister Buffaloes. Hopefully a different story tonight against the Durant Lions. Next week, district play starts. We're on to Salisaw for the district opener. And just a reminder, we'll have all the action for you. We'll have the video live stream and road games as well, as we have now the last 2 years at K80aradio.net or adasports.net. We're going to hush for a minute because of the noise. Let you view the helicopter, the game ball that was delivered, now set back to the skies, and we'll get on with football. All right.
I know they have to follow protocol, but if I'm ever needing a medevac, I hope they land a lot quicker than that when they're picking me up. They took their time coming in.
I think with a few thousand people here and players on each end of the field. There's the captain's voice of Scott Lawrence, public address announcer here at Ada High School. That meet at center field for the coin toss. Cougars will.
Has the visitor always called the coin toss?
As far as I know. Did you ask that question? Let me remind folks of the Mick Cowan trivia question coming up in between the first and second quarter.
Zach Abbott is ineligible this week.
2 for 2 for Zach Abbott.
He can still answer, and I'll give him credit, but he's not winning another license plate. You can only have 2 on a car.
Again, the captains for Ada, Carter Freeland, Darius Gilmore, Andrew Hughes, and wearing 44 tonight, Jack Morris. Durant has won the toss, it appears. At least the referee turned to Durant first. Let's see. Four captains for each team. So Durant has won the toss. They deferred. Ada will receive and move from south to north. So the Cougar offense will be on the field first. So Durant wins the toss and receives. We will put the starting lineups on the screen here. From the Cougars have the football tonight, and they will have it first as we'll zoom in on the Cougars taking the field in just a moment. Left tackle will be sophomore Isaiah Hayden. Left guard will be sophomore Kel Fuller. The center will be number 52 Caden Balthrop. Jagger Caldwell at right guard. Makir Sanusi, a sophomore right tackle. One of the wide receivers is Jack Morris, again wearing number 44. Andrew Hughes, a couple of touchdown receptions this year through 2 games. Another wide receiver. And then you got DeMontre Patterson, the third wide. Cougars sometimes go 5 wide. We'll get those guys a little bit later as they get in the lineup. The sniffer back, the fullback's Caden Gallagher, senior. The tailback is Darius Gilmore. And the quarterback is Carter Freeland. 240 yards passing on the season, 2 TDs, and 1 touchdown. And here come your Ada Cougars. Wearing maroon on white. The Durant defense. They'll give you the Cougar offense. They'll start out with Xavier Sims. He's a defensive end. Again, that odd stack defense. He's a defensive end. One of the tackles is Caden Archer, 6'3", 210 senior. Sims is listed at 6'4" and 270, the junior. Dayton Madrid, 5'11", 230, junior defensive end. The linebackers are Hunter Romero, 5'10", 200-pound sophomore. Mason Bacue, a sophomore. Colton Yarbrough, a junior. The wheelbacker, the sandbacker is Stephen Holmes, a senior. The cornerbacks are Ryder Jones and Austin Stakowski. The bandit backer is Cole Robbins. He's the backup quarterback. And the free safety is the starting quarterback on offense, Jalen Saxon. Head coach Todd Vargas. Of course, the Cougars, coached by Brad Osteen in his second season. Kobe Shamley, Wade Boyles, Robbie Powell, Stephen Caldwell, Johnny Gallagher, Seth Adams, Ryan Madison, Brad Odom, Nathan McCurley, Dan Pettigrew, Blake Pettigrew, Tice Davidson, student coach. There's your Cougar coaching staff. So the Cougars again will go from south to north as we start play here. And Trey, good crowd. Cougars need to come out and make some noise early. I know they're excited to play their home opener.
I hope that the players can reciprocate the intensity that I'm feeling from the stands. Honestly, came out a little bit flat last week. Hopefully this week, with the sour taste in our mouth, we come out a little bit more excited.
Darius Gilmore, Andrew Hughes, about the 10-yard line for the Cougars, the deep men.
Jack Morris and J.D. Dugan in front of them.
Durant will put it on the tee. Looks like Jalen Saxon, the quarterback, is also going to get the kicking duties. Gets his guys lined up. Looks like he's going to put a left foot into it from the 40-yard line. Nope, right foot. Just kind of came just a pooch kick. Farrakhan at the 36-yard line.
Owen. He's, as a freshman, he's done a good job this year. I think that's his 3rd or 4th fair catch on a kickoff return, and the moment hasn't been too big for him, which is good to see.
So at Owen Wofford?
Yep.
Over there, yep. So they're going to mark it up where he made the fair catch.
37.
To 37, yep, right on the 37. The Cougars start first down and 10. Opening possession. They gather around head coach Brad Osteen. they had a good week of practice. He talked about how before the McAllister game just didn't have a great week of practice.
Looks like Dawson Matthews got the start at right tackle. I think that's a little bit different from what we had.
It was. He's in there for Makir Sanusi. So Matthews, the freshman, at right tackle. Shotgun formation, trips to the left. Freeland takes the snap, quick pop to the right, caught. Andrew, 45. Just a quick pitch and catch to Hughes for 8. Second down and 2 at the 45. That's a
talk about Ryder Jones there.
Just found the soft spot, Trey, in that defense. You talked about that. Quick throws tonight.
Got about 2-3 yards after catch there, which is what we want to see.
Case Stafford brings in the play. He's in the game. He'll go wide to the right side of the field. Again, Dawson Matthews, a freshman, got playing time last week in a reserve role. Freeland fakes the handoff, slant pass right through the hands of Jack.
It's all right.
Boy, wide open at the 45 of Durant territory. And that's something Cougars don't want. They can't really afford. They had 8 drops a week ago. Lack of concentration at times, and that time is right through the hands of Moore, so it would have been an easy first down and more in Durant territory.
Jack had to slow down just a tad there. Throws off the timing a little bit, but still hit him in both hands, got to catch the ball.
He'll come out of the game. Andrew Hughes will bring in the play. 3rd and 2 for Ada. Cougars weren't good on 3rd down last week.
Looks like we may have gone tight end here. Cord Coffey's in for Jack.
They come up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Handoff. Gilmore dances. First down, 50. Secondary, 45, 40, 39-yard line. Tripped up by Jalen Saxon, but a big run of 16 yards for Darius Gilmore. Good blocking up front by that front 5.
Yeah, and that's anytime we can get to the second level, that's what we're going to see. That's why you saw the short passes, the quick runs. Darius is cut there with his athletic ability against a bigger Durant team. The quick cuts are going to help.
Cougars, I mentioned last week, are only 3 of 16 on 3rd down for the season. They come in 32%, but they got one there. On 1st and 10, handoff Patterson on the jet sweep. He turns on the Jets. 35-30, first down, 28-yard line. DeMontre Patterson into the secondary.
Good job by Case Stafford there out there on the edge. I mean, he didn't get a pancake, but he got in the way, which is what you want to happen. It allowed DeMontre to get the edge.
Officially marked the 27-yard line. A gain of 12 for DeMontre Patterson. Cougars look crisp on the first 4 plays of this drive. Every play's been open. The drop pass, the only misfire so far. Got twin receivers, Hughes and Patterson to the right, Morris to the boundary side, the left side. Shotgun formation for Freeland. Steps back, 2-step drop, flat pass caught. Open, dropped again. Andrew had it right in his hands at the 20. Maybe he looked upfield a little too quick. Again, defenders play off of you, Durant, and you got to... It's just kind of
It's kind of funny. Even the right defensive end is playing about 2.5-3 yards deep. It looked really strange there. He was in a 3-point stance, but he was kind of back at linebacker.
They just gave the Cougars a yard loss on an incomplete pass. They mark it back at the 28 for some reason. Freeland going to roll right. Sims has got him in his grasp. That big defensive end came really uncontested off that left end position. Might have got the face mask.
We're going to get a personal foul here, I believe, on 8. We'll see if they got the initial or the retaliation.
That's Stephen Holmes. Got a flag on the far side of the field by the Durant sideline as well. It was an 11-yard loss as Sims
maybe a sideline warning over there. Yeah, I see their get-back coach has gotten in trouble. So it's a sideline warning on Durant on the far side, but we're going to have a personal foul. It's a KK and trying to pull up their roster. I apologize. Stephen Holmes
It's an 11-yard loss on the sack by Xavier Sims, who joined us late. He's a junior, number 1 player in the class of 2024 on ESPN's 300 in the state of Oklahoma. Recruited by Oklahoma, Michigan State, TCU, Texas Tech, to name a few. So the loss will stand at the 39. They'll mark the personal foul up.
It's actually a 12-yard loss because we have to include the 1 yard on the mark.
That's right. Yeah, for some reason on the incomplete pass, they remarked the ball at the 28. So now they're going to mark it up. So the sack will stand.
Should be on the 24 now. Repeat second down, or it's a dead ball foul, so it should be 3rd down still, right?
Should be. Dead ball. So it ends up at the 24. They keep second on the board, so we'll see how this works out.
They're talking about it.
That was Sims' third sack of the year. They do move to third down. Good call. So third down, Cougars at the 24 need to reach the 17. Twin receivers left, a single to the right, and that's Hughes. Freeland, play action with Gilmore, scrambles out of the pocket, trying to set his feet, rolls back to the wide side of the right side, now throws short to Gilmore. He's got it inside the 15 to the 14 and rushed out of bounds. Trying to get a number over there by Durant number 20 is Bo St. Clair at the 24. So no one open downfield that time, but they actually got 3, probably 4 down territory, not quite in field goal range for the Cougars.
No, we didn't get a yard.
Yep, no gain. Thought they were going to give them some progress. Forward progress. So it's 4th down and 7.
We got to let the ball go on our first read and just let it out.
This drive started at the Cougar 37-yard line. Looked promising. Kind of trying to bog down. Cord Coffey comes out. Hughes and Morris enter. Hughes goes wide right to the short side of the field. The speedster Patterson comes to the near side or the left side. Freeland takes the snap. Play action with Gilmore. Fires. Caught. And going to be Hughes short of the first down. He caught it just short of the marker, Trey, at the 18-yard line.
Yep, got to kind of know where the sticks are there. You want to drive your defender past the line of scrimmage if you're going to run a comeback route.
So the Cougars come up a yard short and turn it over on downs. The 9-12 mark, Durant will take over.
Look to see the defense tackle better. Obviously struggled with that week 1, kind of overshadowed with the win. But according to Coach Shamley, he counted, I think he said 50 missed tackles in week 1. Didn't tackle as well last week either, but that was not really the least of our concerns.
We'll set the Cougar defense for you in just a moment. We'll tell you got Kilgore, Coyle, and Coffey up front on first down. Saxon, the quarterback.
Fisher and Jack in there, or Fisher and George.
There's not much on the handoff, or Saxon kept it, and he didn't get much to the 20, just probably the 20-yard line, got 2. It'll be second down and 8.
This is a game that could be a really good game for both the middle linebackers with how Durant runs the ball.
Yeah, so Jack does get that start for Xander Rhines at a linebacker position. Both sides jump. See if it's offside on the Cougars. Let's go ahead.
False start.
So we got White, Kilgore, J.B. Coyle, Cord Coffey across the 3 men across the front, left to right. The linebackers tonight are Jack Morris, George Maddox, and Fisher Moore in the middle. Caden Gallagher, the outside linebacker, the Jack on the right side. The corners are DeMontre Patterson and Deontay Lindsay. Andrew Hughes and Colton Carlock are your safeties. The ball marked back to the 16-yard line after the penalty. So a false start against Durant.
Anytime we can get Durant behind the chains by our play or by their mistake, that's an ideal situation.
And they run it a lot. That's why that's really ideal. They've thrown it 14 times in 2 games, completed only 2. The flex bone, they pitch it. Running wide is Kaysen Dills, and he goes nowhere. The Cougars are all over him at the 10-yard line. That was the swarming defense. Jack Morris gets up, along with 3 or 4 other Cougars.
George was there, but I tell you, Deontay Lindsay did a really good job making him turn back inside. He wasn't in on the tackle, but when he tried to get outside, Deontay had gotten around his guy and forced him the other direction and gave time for those linebackers to pursue, which is what we want to do defensively.
And here is your 3rd and long you talked about. They've got to reach the 28-yard line. 3rd and 17, 7:35 and counting. Opening quarter. Durant in their white uniform, blue and red numerals moving from north to south. Saxon under center. Handed off. Nowhere to go. Cougars in the backfield's got him. Who knifed in there?
Caden Gallagher.
Gallagher shooting through beautifully to bring down the running back. Kaysen Dills again, and he went nowhere as Gallagher, boy, read that like a good novel trade, darted in the backfield and got him.
Yeah, I asked Coach in our luncheon yesterday if us running the wing T gives us any insight in this offense, and he said, no, not really. It's different, but we see a lot of run in practice, which is.
Jalen Saxon angles one to the right sideline, and he's going to go out of bounds in Durant territory at the
35. Nope, moved up to the 34.
34-yard line, so a 25-yard punt, no return. Ada takes over their second possession in plus territory at the Durant 34 at the 6:47 mark. Trey, that's a good defensive start early for Ada.
That's what I like to see, and I like the offensive start without the drops. So we were getting the plays that we wanted. So hopefully we can continue to get those plays. It looks like Sanusi's back is out there at right tackle. I think him and Dawson are probably going to interchange all night long.
You know, Dawson, the freshman, welcome over there against Sims on that first possession. They handed off coming left, and that's
Cooper Patterson, first carry of his career.
Cooper playing that Z position, got the carry and got to the 35. Cougars going to go up in a hurry.
Loss of 1.
2nd and 11. Shotgun
Look
formation.
at Jack here.
Fake to Gilmore, slant pass. There you go, Jack, right over the middle.
Nope, that's Andrew.
Right, it's Andrew. Yep, at the 14. Kind of a dangerous tackle. Got stood up and almost got bent back. Brought down by Ryder.
They actually gave him to the 13, so it'll be a first
Ryder
down.
Jones, a gain of to the 23, a gain of 12. So first down for Ada. Freeland back to pass, flush. Sims chasing. Freeland gets out of the pocket, fires toward the left sideline. Caught by Morris on the deflection at the 5. Oh my! Morris, great concentration.
Okay, Jack, we'll take it back on the drop. You made up for one there.
18-yard completion. Yeah, beauty. Great concentration.
Great concentration.
He likes it down there. It's a great play. The ball was deflected by the defender, popped up in the air, and Jack just kept his eyes on it and hauled it in.
I think he actually bobbled it twice. Looks like we're going to have some type of wildcat package in here. CJ's coming off the field. I don't know if it's going to be
in.
Colton Carlock in.
Cougars,
we've got substitution issues.
Yeah, going to have to call a timeout. You don't want to put it back at the 10. Coach Osteen will use it. Not happy. He had what he wanted. We
got 13 on the field.
Yeah.
So it's not even close.
Yep. Yeah, didn't have a chance. But the Cougars have a 1st and goal at the 5 on a beautiful catch by Jack Morris. Right now, the Cougars throwing more than they're running. And, just talk to Coach about that. He goes, really, it's just the defense will dictate.
You know, the old adage is you got to run the ball to set up the pass. It's not necessarily true. You can do it the other way, too. You can throw the ball to set up the run. If you're going to play a team that's playing a 3-5-3, which is basically 8 men in the box, throw it. Find that secondary, and we haven't thrown it deep one time. The Jack pass was a longer pass, but that was out of a scramble drill. The quick passes have been 5 to 7, 10 yards, and they're just getting in that seam behind the linebackers in front of the safety.
Cougars controlling the first quarter, and that's a really good sign. They'd been doubled on time of possession coming into this game for the season. The opponents have been possessing the ball a lot more than the Cougars. The Cougars 1st and goal at the 5 on their second possession. Back-to-back plays with first downs. Have a 1st and goal at the 5. Ball throp will be over center.
This Wildcat looks like KK is going to take the snap.
Maddox is the up back. See if KK comes behind him. Man in motion's Patterson. Gallagher drops the football on the snap and falls on it back at the 12.
Snap was early. I don't know what happened there. Regular offense back on the field.
Yeah, they tried something there. It just didn't work. That kind of unraveled with having 13 men on the field before they called the timeout. The ball back at the 12-yard line, 2nd and goal. You got to put that behind you, come out and make a play.
Typically when you're on offense, and we've had this problem in the past, is the bands are making a lot of noise. And you see miscommunication.
From the 12-yard line, 2nd and goal. Twin receivers to the near side. That's Cooper Patterson and Jack Morris. Hughes wide right. Freeland going to roll left. Going to flow a pass. Oh, right in the hands of Gallagher in the bread basket, and he dropped it. That's already 3 drops tonight. Well designed again. They sent 2 receivers to the end zone, drug Gallagher across in the open spot, and they just
got to catch the ball.
Didn't catch it. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 12. Cougars so far tonight 1 of 2 on 3rd down conversions. Case Stafford will bring in the play. 5:06 to play in the opening quarter. Ada Durant, 79th. All-time meeting.
Jack and Cooper out to the left. Case out by himself on the right.
Shotgun formation. Gilmore besides Freeland takes the snap. They give it to Gilmore at the 10, at the 5. Hello, end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. How about the offensive line? You going to pass on 3rd and goal from the 12? Not so fast. It's Day off the left side into the end zone, as he did to Durant 3 times a season ago, and the Cougars have struck first at 6-0.
That's what I was talking about. Throw to set up the run. They're fully expecting you to come out and pass the ball, so they're backing off initially, and then Day also makes a couple guys miss. Good blocking downfield.
Caden Mitchell, the extra point, right down Broadway, off the hold of Caden Gallagher, and the snap of Fisher Moore, and the Ada Cougars, with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, have just went on a 1:47 scoring drive, lead at 7-0 against Durant. This is Cougar football, streaming live at KADAradio.net.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. Kenny Morrison along myself, Trey Kinley. Kenny was looking down at his paper, so I got in a panic and had to do the read-in there.
Did a good job.
That's the first time I've said the name of the stadium.
Coy Ishto. You know, Day loves Durant. 3 first-quarter touchdowns a season ago. Strikes here. Love the play call. You know, when it works, you love it, but they just catch him off guard. 3rd and goal from the 12. Let's run the football. And, boy, the offensive line did a great job on that touchdown run. Caden Mitchell from the 40 will boot it. Little deeper kick. Going to hit in no man's land at the 20. Bounce over the head of the receiver, and he goes out of bounds. It's Stephen Holmes. Great kick. Went into a dead spot. It bounced over Stephen Holmes' head, and he goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So Ada has pinned Durant back at their own 16 for their second drive of the game. Unfortunately,
Tyler Walker injured in that first game of the year, so Caden Mitchell, meathead as I like to call him, is the full-time kicker on staff, and I look for good things from him. It's a good thing to see Tyler down there on the field with him, walking and visiting with him.
The Durant offensive line up front, just give us some weights from left to right. 261, 304, 230, 275, 2 1/4. Got some size up front. Jalen Saxon, the slight quarterback. I formation this time, hands off up the middle, and the Cougars have crushed him.
It's George and Fisher again. They're just that. JB's doing a great job of getting a gap for those two to shoot through, and they're just feasting on it right now. Got to hope that, well, I say the play action, but that's where we want to get them.
Aiden Dills, the carrier, got maybe a yard. Nope, they're going to
zero.
Yeah, maybe half of a football at most, so we'll call it 2nd down and 10. Again, they play a lot of tight formation. They've had one guy catch passes. They've had 2 pass completions, both by the same guy, Mims. Handoff, and there's an opening for Dills that time out to the 25-yard line.
Fisher, good pursuit from the backside, bringing him down.
Case Stafford also in the game there to help out. That time they got 9 on the run. Again, they just a lot of reads. You got the fullback is a big part of this offense. The quarterback, of course, makes the read. He'll either keep it in the belly of the fullback, he'll keep it, or pitch it on that option game. But they don't stray far from what
I like, though, there is Fisher didn't give up on the play. When he bounced it, he pursued him backside.
3rd down and 1.
Pushed him back there.
They try a quarterback sneak. They didn't get it. Cougars push him back.
Yeah, Fisher met him right in the hole there.
So Fisher Moore read that one. So a yard loss or no gain by the quarterback, Saxon. Let's see if they go for it. Got 4th and 1 from their own 25, and they're going to go for it. Aiden Dills,
I think their
senior
quarterback is the punter.
Will come in the game.
Could be wrong. I think I remember reading that.
Morgan Perkins checks out. He is actually the punter.
So it may be some type of quick kick. We'll see how they know. If he quick kicks it from under center, that will take some probably trying.
Quarterback sneak, and I think he got it.
Yep.
Just lunge forward to the 20, just outside the 26.
They didn't give him a great spot, but I think that half yard they got on 1st down was able to get them it.
Yep, they got it up to 27. There's a 1st down. So
Isaiah Hayden checking in at the right defensive end position for Cord Coffee. Baltrop's also out there at the left D end.
Big guy, Davian Sims in for Durant.
Jagger Caldwell coming in at the star.
Morris and Patterson out of the Cougar defense. They rotate several. That's the initial first down by Durant.
Darius in at the star as well. We've got no outside linebackers on the other side. Interesting.
Handoff deals. Moore is eating him up. Oh, baby, in the backfield.
JB was the one that helped bring him down once Fisher stood him up.
Back at the 26-yard line, Deals lost a yard. He's their main ball carrier is Aiden Deals. 16 rushes for 60 yards, 1 TD. Only played in one game out of their two.
Ashton Rowell checks in at nose guard.
Freshman.
Kilgore in at left end, and Isaiah Hayden still in at the right end.
Rowell on the 2D depth chart this week at the nose guard position. 2nd and 11, man in motion. Option, Saxon keeps it, finds a crease, cuts it up, across the 30. 3 or 4 Cougars attack him. Colton Carlock came up. He was one of them at the 31-yard line. Third down. They need to reach the 37. They're 0 of 2 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down so far. 31-yard line, 3rd down and 6. $1:30 to play first quarter. Again, a tight formation. That flex bone. Man in motion is St. Clair, and the Cougars almost jump. Now Todd Vargas gives them additional instructions to quarterback Jalen Saxon. Audibles from the sideline. They bring Deals in motion. They pitch it to Deals. He at the 30, boundary 35. Going to have a first down, run at about 39.
Fisher made him pay for taking it out. Jack and Andrew kind of took a bad angle there. Showed a little bit more speed, but good run for them.
Got 9 yards. So they convert their first third down attempt. They're now 1 of 3, ball at the 40-yard line. Their second first down on this drive. 40-yard line, first down for Durant. They got the brothers Aiden Dills and Kaysen Dills carrying the load right now. Jalen Saxon under center, now steps back. Todd Vargas going to, again, audible from the sidelines. J.B. Coyle will make it. Who's that over the nose?
It's Ashton.
Yep, it's Ashton. They got to hand it off up the middle to Dills, and he is being surrounded by a bevy of Cougars. Trying to get, well, somebody had him around the waist as well, letting go, kept pulling
Cord
back on him.
Coffey's down there low. Looks like Ashton may have hurt his ankle or leg.
Ashton
makes it off.
Comes out of the
Tesha
game.
will look at him. J.B. Coyle back in at the nose. Got Cord Coffey and Balthrop on the front with him.
Set. Go ahead.
Jack and KK at the outside backs.
Second down for the Durant. They need 9 from the 41. 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Man in motion, Deals. Now he stops. They hand it off up the middle.
Nope.
Quarterback kept it. Now he pitches. There's that trickery. 50, 45, 40, 38, 7-yard line. Andrew Hughes going to chase him down.
Good tackle there by Andrew.
But a big run by Bo St. Clair. Again, they fooled me and fooled the Cougars on that one. All the way to the 37. They got 22 yards. They faked it up the middle, and that young man can do that. Kind of slight with the football. Officially 21 yards.
We only got 10 guys on the field.
They mark it at the 38-yard line.
There's 11.
Third Durant first down on this drive. They rush for 127 yards a game, average 3.5 yards per rush. They pass for 46 a game through 2. Again, Saxon under center, hands it off big, hole up the middle into the Cougar secondary, first down. About a big run on the fullback dive to
Fisher
Mason
again.
Bacue.
Had several guys that had a lick on him, but we're kind of what we struggled with against Ardmore, kind of lowering our head and not using our arms, and they're going to make us miss if we do that.
Fourth first down, quarter's over. Durant's driving, Ada leads. 1 quarter in the books, homecoming from Norrisfield, Coy Ishto Stadium. Ada Cougars lead the Durant Lions 7-zip. This is Cougar football streaming live at KADAradio.net.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma. committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit UnitedForOklahoma.com.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. One quarter is in the books. Ada had 2 possessions, good drives on both, scored on their second possession on a short field on a touchdown run by Darius Gilmore of 12 yards. Durant couldn't do anything on their first possession. Got a drive going, started at their own 16. They've traveled to the Ada 26, have 4 first downs, all on the ground, and now we'll go to the north end of the stadium at the Cougar 26-yard line. I'm going to predict an fumble on the exchange here eventually. They've looked real sloppy between the quarterback, fullback, or quarterback, tailback exchange. So that could happen anytime in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and my prediction is right, by the way. You have that long? Well, yeah, I didn't put an end time on it. I just predict an exchange fumble. Well, I like your odds. I will tell you that. I got $1 I'll put on them. Okay. 26-yard line, Cougar territory, bunch formation, again, that flex bone. Saxon hands it off to Backu, and the Cougars that time swallow him up. In the backfield, Wyatt Kilgore and amongst other Cougars. Maybe JB was in there, I couldn't tell. Got him early at the 27. That time the fullback dive went nowhere. The Cougars a little more disciplined that time. Second down and 11 from the 47. You got. If you can at least get somebody on his legs, then that doesn't allow him to bounce. Kilgore, Coyle. Who's that? And Hayden on the defensive line right now for the right end. Hayden started there last week. He's on 2 on the depth chart on defense this week. Of course, starts at left tackle. Saxon under center. Man in motion as Kaysen Deals takes the pitch, rushing right 30, 25. Cuts it upfield. Chased down at the 22. On the far side, Andrew Hughes able to come up from a strong safety position. Kamari Richardson in at right corner. So Deals gets to the 22. Kamari, freshman. Coming out of the game for the Cougars. Yeah, we took a corner out. We've got 5 linebackers in now, I believe. J.D. Dugan in the game as well. From the 22-yard line, it's 3rd down. They need to reach just inside the 17. You got to figure it's 4-down territory here for Durant. Durant 1 of 3 on 3rd down. The quarterback Saxon not going to get there on that bootleg keep. JB got him from the backside. Looked like Jagger Caldwell initially had the outside edge and made him come back in. Maybe JB and George. I couldn't see the other person that got in on it. At the 21-yard line, it's going to be 4th down. Durant 1 of 1 on 4th down here in the game. You got Caldwell and Gilmore coming out defensively. Back to our traditional 2-corner, the 3-4-3, 3-4-4 defense. From the 21-yard line, Lions set up, split twin receivers, one right, one left. To the near side is Caden Mims. Timeout, Durant. Who's caught their only 2 passes of the year, so Durant calls the timeout. We'll take 1-2, 9:52 to play. Quarter number 2, 7-zip Ada. You're listening and watching the Cougars streaming live at KADARadio.net.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
Back to Coy Ishto Stadium. Beautiful night for football. Game time weather conditions. Beautiful clear skies. 83 degrees at kickoff tonight. We play early in the second quarter. 8-7. Durant nothing. Durant facing a 4th down. They were 1 of 1 on 4th down in the first quarter. Cougars try to stop them here. A pretty promising drive for Durant. They've accumulated 4 first downs. They've gone from their own 16 to the 8 of 21. 63 yards so far, but the Cougars trying to stop them there. Yeah, looks like we got kind of a bigger front end. Cord Coffee is actually in.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan
Hughes had great coverage. They tried to go to the air to Caden Mims, and it's incomplete. And the Cougars have turned them over on downs after a 14-play drive.
I'll ask Andrew about that later. I'm sure he'll tell me he knocked that down on purpose, knowing it was 4th down, and he would have lost a yard if he would have caught it in the end zone. Great play there by Andrew.
So an incomplete pass. And Ada takes over. 1st and 10, Trey, the third Ada drive, and so far the offense been pretty efficient. Just the drops really is what stopped the first drive. The second drive, they found the end zone on a 4th down play.
Yeah, I like play calling. I like what we're getting. We just got to catch the ball and execute.
They start from their 21-yard line. Freeland on that end-around handoff to Gallagher, 25.
Good job by Jagger
30,
Caldwell.
35, boundary, 40, 45, 47. Horse collar by Sims, and there's the flag at the 49, no question.
Jagger Caldwell and Case Stafford both made excellent blocks out leading the way there. Not to take away from what KK did, but Jagger had his guy, took him inside. Case had his, took him outside, and it opened there.
So a horse collar by Sims, who chased him down after Gallagher, who per carry has been the Cougars' really most efficient runners this year. At 6.5 a carry, 6 rushes, 39 yards, and a TD. Didn't hurt his case there. He helped it with a 29-yard gallop on the end around.
Yeah, I like to see that. KK in open field, he's not as elusive as Darius, but he's a little bit bigger framed, and once he gets going, he's moving. Quick to the line here.
Under center, Freeland. Handoff up the middle. Gilmore, not much.
Got him on the side step there.
Tried a quick hitter. Hunter Romero, 5'10", 200 sophomore, got him at the 30. Market right at the 35, no gain.
I like the play call, though. Just keep them honest. Again, now it's just a chess game. We're going to do this. What are you going to do? And we'll see who makes the adjustments. Like I said a minute ago, I like our play calling, and I see the quick routes opening.
Dawson Matthews back in at right tackle on this drive. Man in motion is Patterson. He gets the handoff on the jet sweep, rushing 35, Jets 30.
Great job by Case Stafford again.
Pushed out of bounds. Turned it on at open field. Stafford out there blocking as a wide receiver.
Great job, Case.
Patterson gracefully lopes to the 19-yard line for 16 and a Cougar first down.
As a receiver, you're on an island out there. It's real easy to get a holding call. So just like a lineman, just keep driving your feet, keep your hands inside on their pads, and just keep pushing them. As long as they're going backwards, you're not holding them. And Case did a great job there leading the way.
Hughes comes wide right. Fisher-Marr in the slot to the left. Patterson in motion again. They fake it to him. Freeland rolls right, being chased. Needs to get rid of the football, and he's grabbed by the helmet.
Fumble.
And lost it.
Cale Fuller jumped back on it. Great job by Cale there.
Somehow he's outside the pocket there. That's where Freeland probably just got to unload the football.
Yeah, he's got to let it go.
Got to get it, just sell it out of bounds. That play was dying in a hurry as Freeland streaked to his right. May have a Durant player on the bottom of the.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What are they stuck together?
67 Hunter Romero's down there. Helmet was off.
Oh no, CJ's hand stuck in it.
Oh, stuck inside his helmet. That doesn't bode well.
It is his left hand.
Stuck inside the helmet of Hunter Romero. Wow.
I guess if they threw a legal hands to the face, we probably couldn't argue.
Looks to be in some pain, too.
I'm sure.
They rushed trying to get out there and get that helmet, the face mask loosened off. Wow, you don't see that very often. 27-yard line, a 8-yard loss on the sack. But the biggest concern here is the left hand of CJ Freeland.
He'll be all right.
It was caught inside the helmet of.
That one won't hurt till baseball season when he starts catching.
Yeah, the young man's got his helmet back.
Yeah.
It was an odd play, but so they lose 8. But again, on a play like that, we talked about it. Freeland's out of the pocket.
Why are they making him come out of the game? He's not injured. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Going to be second at
18. Brock Boyles getting his first snap as a varsity quarterback, number 12.
Brock's played some little bit of special teams and defense.
Said that kind of loud. I was trying to get his mom's attention. She's sitting down in front of us.
Mom just got a little nervous down there. Brock Boyles will be in the shotgun formation with Darius Gilmore to his right. Case Stafford split to the near side of the right side, twins to the left. They handed off to Day running left, trying to bounce outside. Sims had him.
Able to get a yard or two.
And he lunged forward for 1 to the 26.
That's interesting. I wonder why. I mean, CJ wasn't injured. It's an equipment timeout, so why? I don't understand why he's got to come out of the game there. We didn't call a timeout for a trainer to look at him. They just had to
get his hand out of a face mask.
The question is, did Romero have to leave the game for losing his helmet? CJ's back in.
26-yard line, 3rd down and 17 for the Cougars.
4-down territory here, based on what we talked to Coach about yesterday as far as field goal range.
Freeland back, rolling right, good blocks. Freeland steps up, going to rush it, got a wide open field, 25, 20, streaking to the boundary,
Get
15,
a block, Andrew.
10,
Get a block, Andrew.
5,
Good job.
4-yard line, oh my, Carter Freeland saw green. Hughes blocking downfield, and on the broken play, Freeland rushes for 22 and a Cougar first down.
Just the way we drew it up.
He tucked it coming right, had great lateral vision, Trey, to look back to his left. He saw the green field and then officially marked it at the 5. A 21-yard gallop for Freeland, his longest run of the season.
The Durant had really overcommitted over here, which we told them we were coming this way, obviously, and they had nobody on the backside. And then Andrew did make a good block there at the end to get him to not get a block in the back to add the penalty, but still was efficient enough to get CJ in first down territory. We're back in the we're going to try the Wildcat again with KK.
They snap it. KK takes the direct
We're
snap.
Moved again.
And the Cougars moved.
No, we called a timeout.
Yep, it looked like he was trying to pick his way to the end zone. So a timeout, Cougars. 7:05 to play. We're in the second quarter. Ada leads Durant 7-0 here from Coy Ishto Stadium in Norrisfield down below. We'll take a quick one. Quick 30-second timeout. This is Cougar Football streaming at KADARadio.net.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them. When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Welcome back to Norrisfield. 7:05 to play in the second quarter. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Jeremy Marr from the booth. Bridges Velarde on camera. Cougar football 7-0. Ada.
Jeremy said it looked like KK had a wide open touchdown there. But I think what happened when I saw Osteen going out, somebody was supposed to come in motion because he was saying, why aren't you, obviously you guys on the TV and broadcast can see the hand motions I'm making. He was saying do this.
They'll try it again. This time they do not go to the Wildcat. Freeland will have Gilmore to his left. Hands it to Day. He grabbed at the 5, lunges to maybe the 3-yard line. It's Caden Archer, big 6'3", 210 senior. Defensive lineman got him. Day got a couple, 2nd and goal.
This is a situation where I wouldn't be surprised to see, I know he's been taking some snaps, but Fisher get the ball. More of a power back. I know in one of the scrimmages he had a touchdown run, 20 yards maybe, 30 yards.
Andrew Hughes checks in the game for the Cougars. Reed Sampson in, goes wide left. You got Patterson, DeMontre Patterson, and Hughes to the near side of the right side. Freeland hands off to Gilmore, picking his way left side, lunging. Hayden pushing him from behind, trying to get him to the end zone. Do they give it to him?
Nope.
About 6 inches short of the goal line. Big Isaiah Hayden was pushing on Day, trying to help him find the end zone. So we'll officially say the 1-yard line, but that ball is sitting.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's not touching the white.
I'm not sure I saw that from over there. Let's just see a little slap here, see where they're lined up going left side.
Ball throw up under center. Freeland takes the snap.
Left side, thank you.
Did he sneak it in?
Yeah, he's laying about 3 yards deep.
There it is. Touchdown, Ada. Freeland into the end zone for the quarterback sneak, and the Cougars at the 6:01 mark of the second quarter and their second touchdown lead. Durant 13-0.
That's one I don't know this for a fact, but he walks up there, and they had a nose. Somebody lined up over the nose, but nobody over the left guard, so he's just slapping KK on his left leg there and going that way.
Mara the snap, Gallagher the hold, Caden Mitchell the PAT down the middle. He's got another one. Cougars 14, Durant nothing, 6:01 to play, quarter number 2. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net. We're back after this timeout.
His 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
Welcome back to Ishto Stadium. You see Caden Mitchell out there ready to kick off from the 45-yard line. I assume we'll see. The coach did say there's a chance we see a deep kick this week. We hadn't seen one because of the types of athletes that we've seen the first 2 weeks. And that first one was a little bit deeper, around the 20. I think it was where it landed. But where the gap is, we'll see what he does.
Cougars just went 79 yards in 9 plays, took 3:46 off the clock, capped by a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Carter Freeland, their second rushing TD of the game. So Mitchell at the 45-yard line.
I was a little bit confused. He's supposed to be on the 40.
Yep, unless there's a penalty, they've got it up 5 yards.
And this guy said, hey, you run over here from the other side of the field and move them back. I can't do it from over here.
Going to get it corrected.
Hey, this is your job, man. You run over here.
He was gassed. Stephen Holmes, deep. Looks like Ryder. I'm trying to get a number. Is that number?
Andrew can kick it, too. Something to keep an eye on in this game.
Mitchell's kick, high on, deep onside. Farrakhan at the 31-yard line.
They do something interesting here with number 67. I noticed this on film. He always comes backside to get the kicker. It's very interesting. Even if the kicker is going downfield at one of their kickoffs against Rogers, he was 30 yards behind everybody just running. It was bizarre. Watch that next time.
Yeah, I hadn't picked that up.
I don't know if he's trying to get backside.
Halfway through the second quarter, Ada leading 14-0. Of all your statistics for you, a few game highlights at halftime. Jalen Saxon, the quarterback, they got 3 receivers, so they go to a 3-receiver set for the first time, a little different formation, a single setback. And they spread the field and run the fullback and get nothing.
Cord Coffey and George Maddox. Cord's been a good addition to this team this year. A physical player up front.
Gill's only got a yard, so the Cougar defense up front from right to left, Coffey, J.B. Coyle, Wyatt Kilgore.
You got Gallagher, George, Marr, and Jack Morris.
Carlock and Chase Bailey are the safeties. Second down and 9, trips again to the right. They throw it out in the flat. Oh, Jack Morris.
Do you think he knew that was coming?
He read that one, and it was the Bullets trying to throw a wide receiver screen, and Morris almost had his second interception for a touchdown on the year.
Yeah, Jack's second drop of the game.
He'll hate that one more than he hated the first one. He had end zone in front of him.
Yeah, he may have been able to backpedal on that one. Andrew back in at safety for Chase Bailey, and then I think Balthrop came back in, at the left end.
They're trying a little wide receiver screen. Had 3 receivers to that side, trying to set up
5 wide here. No, 4.
4 wide, a single setback. Man in motion is Cole, and back to pass.
Attaboy, JB.
JB got great penetration, and Cole Robbins goes nowhere.
Cord Coffey, and it looked like maybe KK got in there, but great job by JB. He didn't get the tackle there, but did a good job, not just forcing him deep, but got a hand on him too and kind of slowed him down a little bit.
Great penetration. Durant now only 1 of 5 on third down efficiency in this game. They have to punt.
DeMontre Patterson back deep for Ada.
Jalen Saxon at his 16-yard line, ready to put a foot into it, the quarterback and kicker. Pretty good kick, a low line drive. Patterson lets it hit. It bounds at the 30, picks it up, it goes out of bounds. He wanted to pick it up, wanted to return that so bad, but he couldn't gather it in on the near side.
It was almost like he tried to throw it back in bounds, too, which is the weird thing. I don't know if he just mishandled it. That was strange.
Mark it back about the 28-yard line. The play originated at the 28 in Durant territory. So 44 yards and no return. Ada will take over. Be Ada's 4th possession.
Been successful on all 3 so far. Points on 2, obviously. CJ back out there. Doesn't look like he has anything wrapped up on the left hand.
Bakir Sanusi back in at right tackle. Cooper Patterson goes wide left. Freeland takes the snap, looking for Patterson. Now throws over the middle instead. Caught
Good
by
catch
Andrew
by
Hughes.
Jack.
No, Jack Morris, yeah. Had Patterson and Hughes out there over the middle.
That was one of those floaters, and Austin Stikowski was coming at him, and he felt it coming. But CJ had to throw it high to get it over the linebacker.
14-yard pickup. Cougar first down. They play fast. Shotgun formation. Gilmore to Freeland's right. 3 receivers deployed. Fake to Gilmore. Freeland flush coming right. Throws, and it's almost
good play there by
Kaysen Dills.
Ryder Jones. Yeah, Ryder Jones, number 2. It looked like he might have got a hand on it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Leading 14-zip in their home opener, homecoming from Coy Ishto Stadium. Caden Gallagher, the sniffer back. Twin receivers right, a single to the near side of the left side. Freeland, the senior quarterback, stands straight up, throws an out pattern to Patterson. That ball was 3/4 of the way to Patterson before he got his head turned around on the timing pattern. It goes incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit quick for CPAT there.
Be 3rd down and 10 for the Cougars after 2 passing incompletions. Patterson and Morris go wide left. Patterson, one of the attendees at the Quarterback Club luncheon this week. Long pass downfield intended for Jack Morris. Caught! 20, 15, 10, 5!
Touchdown! Let's go!
Oh, baby! Freeland to Morris for the touchdown. 42 yards, 58 yards, and the Cougars are in the end zone.
I don't know if CJ could have laid that one in there any better. Jack never broke stride. It was perfect. His hands were extended on the catch. And then Jack did a great job powering through the guy behind him to score, because the guy had a chance to tackle him, tried to strip it. Jack held on the ball and made it in the end zone. And we've done what we've wanted to do. We want, not only is Durant behind the chains, they're behind the scoreboard now, which makes them good job by KK there.
Got the snap.
Bad snap, and KK did a great job handling it.
58-yard strike from Freeland to Jack Morris down the left seam. Cougars 21. Durant Lions nothing. 3:59 to play, quarter number 2. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Jack Morris caught 2 passes on the drive and accounted for all 72 yards. The last one 58 for 6. 4 plays, 72 yards, 34-second drive for Ada, and they are on top of Durant 21-0 for Carter Freeland. Touchdown pass number 3 on the season. He rushed one in on the last drive, and the Cougars lead it 21-0. Caden Mitchell again kick off from his 40. After the quick strike Cougar offense, they get him the beautiful pass. Freeland maybe his best pass and most accurate in a few years. With the long kick, and it's fumbled at the 20 and then swallowed up. Ball loose, still on the...
No, he picked it back up.
Another player picked it up. It fumbled, and Stephen Holmes picked it up. He's going down the right boundary, and finally
he paid for
busted out of bounds at the 41. Who got him over there?
Fisher Marr.
Fisher Marr said, well, not on my watch. He looked. It was initially Ryder Jones who fumbled it, and then it was picked up by Stephen Holmes, and he took it down the right sideline, got a good return. Then Fisher Marr laid the lumber to him at the 44-yard line. Interesting return.
Yeah, just how they drew it up, kind of like that one we had earlier on CJ's scramble. 67 there is going to block the kicker, which came into effect there because Meathead's like, what are you doing?
I saw that. I watched him. He went straight to the kicker.
Yep.
43-yard line, first down for Durant. They rushed the football to Deals, running right on the handoff. He stood up, Cord Coffey.
I saw Cord up
and
high.
George
Somebody
Maddox,
had him down low, too, yeah.
Maybe George got him as they try to run it to Cason Deals, 5'9", 160.
Oh, now we got punches being thrown. There's another one.
DeMontre Patterson.
This is going to take a while.
And Aiden Deals both.
You want to go to a 3-minute break?
Both in some after-play extracurricular activity.
The first person that got hit was Jack, and he went back the other way, but then Monty came in, and they had another guy going at Monty. I don't know what happened.
2 yards on the initial play to Deals. It's 2nd and 8, pending probably the offsetting penalties.
I think there's 3. I think somebody's going to pay here. We'll see.
3 yellow markers on the court, on the field, excuse me. Cougars lead 21-0, second quarter, 3:31 to play. There's one against the Cougars.
They took the easy way out. Offsetting penalties.
Yep, offsetting. So they'll pick up.
They're both dead ball, though, so it still should be second down.
So the play stands on a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8. Monty comes out of the game for Ada.
I was trying to look on the replay, but it's not registering to the next play yet.
Case Stafford in for the Cougars. Coach Brad Osteen up visiting with the officials just a bit. So 2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line. Friday Night Lights from Norrisfield. Homecoming. Cougars on top 21-0. Durant rushes to the line of scrimmage from the 45-yard line. They got power set, power I formation. Both running back within 5 yards of the quarterback. They run the option play down the line of scrimmage, stick it in the belly of the fullback, back you.
JB and George, it looked like.
At the 49-yard line. Coffee also in there. That's a 49, a gain of 4. A third down play coming up in 4. They're at their own 49, need to reach the 8 of 47. Got twin receivers, one right, one left. That flexbone formation, man in motion is St. Clair. The Cougars have jumped into the neutral zone, and via penalty, it'll be a first down for Durant.
I talked to JB, or to Coach, a little bit about that, and the comment he made to me was he'll, as aggressive as JB jumps on the snap, he'll give him one a game, but then because of the benefits you do get, like last week on the screen pass where he absolutely blew it up in the backfield and did earlier here because he's jumping it because of his size and his quickness.
You just got to be one of those guys that wins by getting off the ball fast.
Yeah, and truth be told, his offsides or encroachment, Russ Allen, last week was just like this week. There was other people that went too.
Option play, St. Clair from the pitch from Saxon to the 39 and 8 territory. There's Fisher again. He's all over the place tonight.
Yeah, great job getting down the line. KK did, I assume, what he was supposed to do there. He had quarterback responsibility. He stopped the quarterback, caused the pitch, and we didn't have the next guy out there. It looks like KK is running. I made the comment running towards air at lunch yesterday and was quickly corrected, but that's what he's supposed to do. It's assignment defense.
2nd and 2. They got 8 on the option play to the left. They send Riley Waitman, 5'7", 150 senior, in the slot to the right. On 2nd down the line of scrimmage, back you again, and about 5 Cougars. Patterson,
Cord,
Gallagher,
Coffee, and Gallagher, I think.
Several right around back you, and he goes nowhere. Forward progress for 1 to the 37, 3rd and 1.
Do want to give a shout-out to Durant's athletic department because their numbers are really easy to read compared to what we looked at last week with the McAllister Gold numbers.
They are. 3rd down and 1 from the 37-yard line, 1:40 to play. Second quarter, Ada leads Durant 21-0. Cougars defense digs in. Durant has not been real good on third down so far. Saxon back to pass, throws, pass caught. Great timing pattern. That's going to go for a touchdown. 15-10, 5. Dugan chasing, can't get him. Beautiful play. They don't throw it much, but that time Saxon put it on the money to Bo St. Clair. Just had to put that in one spot. You look at it again there, and he did it.
Yeah, he put it right on the money. We had a chance to get him down right after he caught it and didn't get him. That breathed some life back into him for sure.
So a 37-yard TD pass. Saxon's completed 3 passes this year, 2 of them for touchdowns.
That's pretty efficient.
Yeah. Saxon now will attempt the extra point. As Durant scores, it's a high snap, and the backup quarterback's going to try to run for 2, and I think he's got there. Well, they did it. Cole Robbins ran it in. Backup quarterback took a high snap and runs in for 2. 1:25 to play in the second quarter. Durant has struck. 8-21, Durant 8. You're listening to watching the Cougars live stream at KADARadio.net.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Well, the Durant Lions took over their own 43-yard line after a fumbled kickoff that they picked up and returned after they initially fumbled it to the 43. Went 57 yards in 6 plays. And on third down and 6.
Made a good pass.
It was a great play. The third down play from the 37-yard line. And they a beautiful pass to number 20, St. Clair, and he did the rest with his feet.
Looks like looks like we do have a hands team on the field. After seeing how they started the second half last week with an onside kick, you got to expect the unexpected.
21-8 with 1:25 to play. Kind of game. The first half that 8 is dominated. Durant kind of gets back into it this late touchdown drive.
Yeah, and I don't know that we've dominated yardage-wise because they've moved the ball. We were able to stop them on fourth down deep in our territory that one time, and then they've moved the ball.
The $1:25, still plenty of time for the Cougars. There's quick strike offense. They scored on their last possession in 34 seconds. A couple of pass plays. So Saxon will kick off from the 40. You got Hughes and that Gilmore back there with him.
Yeah, Day-Day.
Day-Day from his 9. Coming right at the 15, trying to get to the edge and can't. Drug down at the 17-yard line. Tried to get to the right boundary, and he was chased down by Stephen Holmes. Good kickoff coverage by Durant. Cougars take over their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10.
We got 78 seconds here. It took less than that last time, but I'd like to see just some positive plays on offense here.
So from the 17, we'll have all your stats for you, by the way, at halftime. Jeremy Marr has been tabulating those as we've gone along here in the first half, and we will pass them along. Cougars came into this game averaging 17.5 points a game. They've already have 21. They hand it off to Patterson on the DeMontre on the sweep. 20, 25, cuts back inside. First down, 30. Stale on his feet. Finally shoved out of bounds into the Durant sideline on the far side. But DeMontre Patterson all the way to the 32 tray. And got
I thought he had about 8 yards there, but cut it back. And I was like, no, go out of bounds. No, keep going. I'm glad he's running it, not me.
Another 8 of first down.
I wouldn't have made the corner.
I've got 8. No, I wouldn't have made it out of the backfield. Freeland takes the snap, going to roll right on 1st and 10, looking, and now having to scramble, breaks a tackle, goes left, got a man, that's Jack, 45, 50, get out of bounds, 45, Durant territory, good ad-lib, they're going to mark it at the 47, 21 yards on the pass to Morris. Jack is just that man, when the play breaks down, he finds the soft spot.
Yeah, his his defender completely left him and came chasing CJ, and Jack just kind of hung out over there on the sideline and worked out well.
Another big pickup for Ada. 21 yards. Those three have last three completions to Morris.
Face mask.
Freeland throws as he rolled left, incomplete that time. The last three completed passes have gone from Freeland to Morris, totaling 93 yards. It's 2nd and 10. 54 seconds to play till halftime. Ada at the 47, Durant territory. Dawson Matthews back in at right tackle. Him and Sanusi have been rotating at that spot. You got Hayden,
plenty
Fuller,
of time.
Balthrop, Jagger Caldwell, and Matthews across that line left to right. Shotgun, play action. Freeland steps up in the pocket, flushed, now throws, caught. Guess who? Jack Morris again in the soft spot, the 34, and another Ada first down.
I believe when we were eating dinner, I told you we needed to get somebody more involved tonight.
You did. You said that man might be Jack Morris, and he has been involved. He's caught the last four. Freeland stands up, fires a pass to Coop, the 30. Hit immediately. Cougars going to have to call a timeout, I think.
Unfortunately, we only have one left.
So 2nd down and 6 from the 30. Clock running, 27 seconds. Fisher-Moore in the backfield, and Freeland takes the snap.
Durant called a timeout, I believe.
That'll let Ada regroup, but 22 seconds to play. Cougars have gone from their own 17. They've marched to the Durant 30, a 53-yard drive. DeMontre Patterson, a 15-yard run, a pitch and catch of 21 yards to Jack Morris, 13 more to Morris, and 4 to Cooper Patterson. And the Cougars, already with 3 touchdowns in the game, lead at 21-8. Final game before district play. Sallisaw next week.
Just to pass on what I talked to, final game of non-district play.
Non-district play, excuse me. Yep.
Pass on what one of the questions I asked Coach yesterday at lunch. It kind of comes up in this situation. We need to be between the 15 and 20 to feel comfortable field goal range. So a 32 to 35 yarder is where Caden's comfortable. So, yeah, it's into the win. So probably every bit of the 12 to 15 yard line.
The focus.
Reed Sampson in at the Y position out left.
Watch Andrew Hughes out here. Case and Deals man's up on him. They'll bring a safety over.
You got Monty over here too. So
see if they.
Which means Reed has one-on-one over on the backside.
Freeland takes the snap, play action, steps up in the pocket next Davian Sims, and got him, the big guy. Chased him down, and the Cougars got to use a timeout now. So Sims wrapped him up for a sack.
I don't know. The Ada crowd was really upset about something. I'm not sure what it was.
Sims made a little bit of a gesture and celebration.
Yeah, he shot an arrow.
Could have been it.
For his first play of the game.
So back to the 36 on the sack by Sims. That's his 3rd sack of the year.
Oh, no. The center just literally gut punches. 57. CJ's laying on the ground, and he just literally just punches him in the side. Just a kidney shot.
Oh, wow.
53.
A little dirty football by the Durant Lions. Clay Couch, 6 foot, 275 and a junior. They move the ball back to the 36-yard line with 15 seconds to play here in the second quarter. 3rd and 12 for Ada. They lead at 21-8.
So we had one up shooting an arrow and one punching. Normally you don't see that with Durant. Just to be honest, you don't. That's something that we typically see last week, which we didn't, to their credit.
I agree.
I called Coach Jennings this week and told her what a great job the McAllister AD did last week and treated us great, and it was the best experience I've had over there.
Yeah, Mr. Singleton, we appreciate you. They did do a great job. 15-yard line, 3rd down for Ada. They need 12 for a first down. Freeland back to Plass, but a whistle stops. The Cougars are moving. So penalty moves it back to the 41.
Is that a 10-second runoff? I don't know.
I don't think it is in high school. Could be wrong. I don't believe it is. They move it back to the 41. Patterson will bring in the play. DeMontre Hughes to the right side of the field. Again, one cover one. Jalen Saxon back at his 15-yard line, 26 yards off the line of scrimmage.
We just got to give CJ time to get it off.
Got three players in the pattern. They're going to throw a screen to Gallagher. Need a block from Isaiah. He cuts back inside the 35-30. Good job by Caden to the 26, but now the clock's going to run out.
Yeah, need to get out of bounds there.
Yep, couldn't get out of bounds. He got 15. And they don't get a play off that injured first half. Didn't get out of bounds. So the first half comes to an end. Cougars scored the first 3 touchdowns of the half. Durant scores late, converts on a 2-point conversion. Homecoming night in Ada. The Cougars lead the visitors from Durant 21-8. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net, also AdaSports.net. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Jeremy Marr. Your halftime stats and your recap of the first half is coming up after this break right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Cougar football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Fitton Ford.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates.
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada's 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium, Norris Field. Performance down on the field. Let you watch that, as I know a lot of you parents and relatives and friends watching that couldn't make out the game, and there you go. We'll kind of
want to give a shout out here. They announced it here at the stadium in honor of Cindy Bird, longtime Ada teacher, former Cougan sponsor, passed away this week. I had the privilege of having her for 3 years of French when I was in high school. Great lady, and will be missed.
A moment of silence earlier in the evening. Yeah, appreciate your remarks on that, Trey. Passed away earlier this week. Cougars lead at 21-8. Let's go ahead and recap the first half for you here tonight from Coy Ishto Stadium. Ada took the opening kickoff. Durant won the toss and elected to defer. So Ada got the opening kickoff and had a great drive going, started their own 37, finally bogged down, turned it over on downs at the Durant 18-yard line. We got a moment of silence. We're going to go to that right now. We apologize. Moment of silence for Cindy Bird.
Thank you.
In honor of Cindy Bird, as Trey said, passed away earlier this week. So the Cougars bogged down on their first drive. Durant could go nowhere. Had to punt it back to Ada. Ada started in great position this time at the 34-yard line in Durant territory. And they went all the way to fourth down at the 12-yard line. They got a couple of first downs and a couple of quick plays, and then went to fourth down from the 12-yard line. Looked like a definite passing situation. Well, not so fast. Here's what happened next. Gilmore besides Freeland takes the snap. They give it to Gilmore at the 10, at the 5. Hello, end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. How about the offensive line? You're going to pass on that offensive line on the left side, and really all five of them did a great job. A big hole on 4th and goal at the 12 for Darius Gilmore as he took it to the end zone for the Cougars. The extra point by Cade Mitchell. Ada led it 7-0 at that point. Durant had a pretty good drive on their next possession, but it bogged down. They finally turned it over on downs at the Ada 21-yard line. Ada took over at their own 21 and would go on another march. They'd end up going 79 yards in 9 plays in 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Got a 1-yard touchdown run from Freeland, but preceding that, Carter Freeland set up the touchdown with his legs and not his arm.
Coach about yesterday as far as field goal range.
Freeland back, rolling right, good blocks. Freeland steps up, going to rush it, got a wide open field, 25, 20, streaking to the boundary,
Get
15,
a block, Andrew.
10,
Get a block, Andrew.
5,
Good job.
4-yard line, oh my. Carter Freeland, great vision of the field. The play broke down to the right. The left side opened up, and a couple plays later, Freeland would sneak it in. The Cougars, after the extra point by Mitchell, led it 14-0. Ada again would stop Durant on a 3-and-out on the next possession. Ada would take over after a punt of 44 yards at their own 28-yard line. They ran 4 plays. 2 pass incompletions on the drive, but bookend completions. On first down, a 14-yard pass to Jack Morris to the 42. 2 incompletions, and then Freeland would find his buddy Jack Morris one more time. One of the attendees at the Quarterback Club luncheon this week. Long pass downfield intended for Jack Morris. Caught! 20, 15, 10, 5! Touchdown! A beautiful pass from Carter Freeland to Jack Morris over the top as he ran stride, perfect on-stride pass as Jack caught it and then just pulled away from the defense. Mitchell's extra point made it 21-0. Durant would then get the ball after a kickoff that was fumbled, but then they picked it up as I think that it was Holmes who picked it up and streaked. After they fumbled, it got down the right sideline all the way to the 43-yard line. Fisher-Marr belted him out of bounds, but Durant would go 57 yards in 6 plays. And they don't throw the football much, but they connected as on a third down play. Their quarterback Saxon hit Bo St. Clair on a beautiful pass, about a 10, 12-yard pass, and he hauled it in and then was able to outrun the Cougars to the end zone, and it was a touchdown and a 2-point run by the backup quarterback, Cole Robbins, after a bad snap. He was the holder, and he took it and got it in the end zone, made it 21-8. Ada, a little bit of a threat on their last possession, but ran out of time there late in the half. They lead it at halftime, 21-8. Homecoming from Coy Ishto Stadium. Cougars on top, 21-8. Cougar football tonight brought to you in part by First United Bank, T&W Tire Center, Roma's Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Vision Bank, Fenton Ford, Chickasaw Travel Stops, Ada Sales and Rental, Ada Nissan, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Carter County Dodge, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Insurance, Don Carpenter, agent. This is Cougar football. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Jeremy Marr, Bridges Velarde on camera. We're back with your first half stats and more after this timeout right here at KADARadio.net.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, an ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Just 3 miles east of Ada, Wild Rose Place is the perfect venue for your special event. Their 5,600 square foot facility includes 2 large indoor event areas, full kitchen, bride suite, groom's dressing room, and outdoor event area. Wild Rose Place is the perfect place for your wedding, prom, family gathering, or corporate meeting. You can rent the facility or have it decorated with one of their customizable decorating packages. Visit wildroseplace.net and let Wild Rose Place make your event unforgettable. That's wildroseplace.net.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you, if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is flat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
There's your Ada Cougar marching band down below. Let's give a listen for about 30 seconds here. Why don't we trade before we get the first half stats? The Ada Cougar Marching Band will keep the camera on them as we go through your first half statistics, but they do a great job in preparation. They work hard getting ready for a game day.
They were here before us.
They were out here in the heat getting ready and getting coached up, and there they are, the Ada Cougar Marching Band. Cougars scored 21 first half points after not scoring last week, scoring 35 in week 1 against Ardmore, and they did it with some balance, but passing game was on target for the most part in the first half. Trey Kinley has your first half numbers.
Yeah, I'll start out with Durant. 6 first downs, 23 rushes for 75 yards, so you're looking at 3 yards a carry, roughly. 1 of 3 for 38 yards and a touchdown. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. 3 penalties, 35 yards. Individually for Durant, Cason Dills has 9 carries for 23 yards. Bo St. Clair has 1 for 22. Braylon Lyday has 1 for 11. Mason Baku, 3 for 8. Jalen Saxon, 3 for 4. Cole Robbins, 2 for 1. Cason Dills, 1 of 3 for 38 and a touchdown to Bo St. Clair, who had the one catch for 38 yards. Should have had another touchdown for us. Jack had to jump the little screen pass, and all he saw was orange. Ada had 13 first downs, 14 rushes for 86 yards, so 6 yards a carry, much better. 11 to 17 for 166, 1 touchdown, no picks. Did have 1 fumble, but we got back on it on the play where Carter inadvertently took the guy's helmet off with his fingers. 5 of 9 third downs. Only have us for 2 penalties. We didn't get the offsetting penalties. It didn't affect yardage, so those aren't in there. Individually, Darius 5 for 31. Monty has 2 for 27. KK 2 for 22. Carter has 4 for 7, but that's 2 sacks plus a long run, kind of evened itself out. Cooper Patterson had his first career carry, lost 1 yard on that. Carter 11-17, 166 yards, 1 touchdown. Jack Morris, 5 catches, 124 yards and 1 touchdown. Andrew Hughes, 3 for 26. Caden Gallagher, 1 for 12. Cooper Patterson, first career catch, 1 for 4. And Darius Gilmore had 1 catch for no yardage.
You know, I really appreciate that 2 for 27 and 2 for 22. You talk about the jet sweep runs by Gallagher and Patterson. This Cougar team is not going to do all the rushing off tackles. They get these wing guys in the action. That really opens up some extra space for the Cougars. But there you go, some royalty at homecoming, and we'll get a few pictures of this here.
I apologize that we don't have any of the information that we could pass along. I'll turn it up a little bit. Maybe they can hear Mr. Lawrence.
Yep, Scott Lawrence was going to send that to me, and things got busy today. Let's see if I've got it. He may have sent it, and I didn't see it.
She's the daughter of Libby Andy and Tim Thomas. She's involved in performing arts, cheer, FCA, and NHS. Her hobbies include being a part of school events, singing, and spending time with her friends and family.
Hope you can hear some of that.
HS is cheering at every home game. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabby Diaz and Carrie Thomas.
Gabby Diaz and Carrie Thomas.
Trying to control the mic with the crowd.
Our next Fenton Ford truck is arriving with homecoming court members.
Got some nice, got some Ford trucks bringing out the
Fenton Ford trucks, as they call them.
She is the daughter of Missy and Dustin Johnson, is also involved in performing arts, competitive drama, and NHS. She wanted to run for homelessness because she knew the donations would go to a good cause, and she wanted to be a part of doing something great this year.
And again, it's not about...
Her memory was last year's state speech competition. Parker Johnson.
It's not about king and queen royalty as much as about the raising money and for some great causes.
Cameron is the son of Suzanne Owens and brother to Connor and JC. He's involved in performing arts, competitive drama, choir, stagecraft, and drama club. Cam wanted to run for homecoming team or Prince so he could make an impact on this drama class for the upcoming one-act play. And Kate Gibson is a junior representing the National Honor Society.
Kate Gibson, National Honor Society representative.
She's also involved in soccer, aviation, and the World Travelers Club of Ada High. Her hobbies include playing soccer, flight training, and hanging out with her friends. Her favorite memory is when the whole bus was screeching Bruno Mars songs at the top of their lungs on the way back from a soccer game. And lastly, our final Fenton Ford truck is arriving with our last members, which carries Helen Vasquez.
So your final members and
representing the Math Club. She's the daughter of Lorenza Vasquez Kirk and Scott Kirk. She is also involved in band, NHS, BPA, PTC, and HOSA, and attends the biotech program at PTC.
Tailgate is locked. They got to put it in park and unlock the truck.
You know how that works? That's a fancy truck. One of them was, I think, an all-electric truck down there. Bridges, Florida was filling me in on that.
I'm out.
I like that oil, that gasoline, huh?
Electric cars are good if you have a grid to charge them on. In case anyone's listening in California, I hope you got to charge your electric car today.
Yeah. So here it is, homecoming at Ada High School. And we'll try to get you some totals. We'll go down there and get a picture of Scott Lawrence's stuff and get you how much money they raised, pass it along in the winners as well if you can't hear them all here.
Co-Vice Presidents Trenton Hensley and Isaiah Walker, along with the members of Ada High School Student Council. These candidates have been raising money for the past 2 weeks to do our improvements on our campus, some cash for the organization, and food donations to give back to our school and community food banks. At this time, give us a drum roll as the students reveal the amount raised, all these candidates in the organization. Mr. Malloy and Ada Community Organization, these students in the organization will be donating 5,045 pounds of food and water to help meet hunger needs within our community.
5,045 pounds of food and water.
Mr. Malloy, please accept the check in the amount of $11,115 to complete improvement projects at Ada High School. 5,045 pounds along with $11,115. Thanks to all the organization, the partners of Ada High School.
Trey, that's pretty significant. Over $11,000.
Yeah, and 5,000.
Pounds of food and water.
Is senior Cameron Owens.
There's your royalty.
Cameron Owens is the prince.
And your 2022 homecoming princess is Presley Young.
Presley Young, Cougan, senior Cougan.
There you go. Over $11,000 for improvements on campus. 5,000 pounds of food and water.
Oh, this is the king. Cameron Owens is the king and the prince. How do you do that? That's some high royalty.
Why not senior Presley Young?
There you go. They doubled up.
I'm confused. I don't know.
There you go. There's your homecoming ceremonies here at Ada High School. Football game has
Monarchy at the Ada High School is different from anywhere else.
It is. They do a little differently, but they're for a great cause. Again, the money raised, over $11,000 for improvements on campus and over 5,000 pounds of food and water to help feed the hungry.
So I want to mention the Queen, too. That's a significant world event.
Yeah.
The Queen of England passing away this past week. 60 years?
I think that's right.
Some odd years?
Yeah.
So condolences to anybody affected by that. There's a lot of people, even in the United States, that have ties to the royal kingdom over there. And it's different from what we're used to, but it's very important to them.
21-8. Ada leads Durant at halftime. Our final halftime break. On the other side, we start the second half. Durant will have the football to start the second half. Ada will be on defense to start out, leading 21-8. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Put the reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
And one more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya. Ben Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at benford.com.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. About set for the second half. 21-8 Ada. We got some trivia for you.
Yeah, I apologize for missing this at the end of the first quarter. We'll get it right one of these days. So tonight's Mick Cowan trivia question. Other than Ardmore, McAllister, and Durant, who has Ada played the most? A little hint, the record against this team is 24-14-2.
I know.
Text your answers to 580-495-9099.
Oh, because
kind of a trick question because two teams were scheduled these amount of time, but one of them was canceled.
I only know
one of them we played 40, the other one we played 39.
And I only know because you told me. I cheated. Cougars
Again, Zach Abbott, you're ineligible.
Cougars will kick off to start the second half. They will kick it from the south end. So Durant will go from north to south. Cougars will have the wind here in the third quarter. Durant will send Stephen Holmes. Little crowd noise down there. Is that Jeremy?
Yeah, that was Jeremy. Crowd noise down there as in down at the other end of the table.
Yeah, the other end of the table. Caden Mitchell kicks off from his 40-yard line from the right hash mark, sticks his foot into it. High kick, going to be returned from the 27 to the 30, 35. It stood up at the 36. J.D. Dugan's there.
Jake Bohannon.
Bohannon might have made the first hit on the young man.
There was somebody else with Jake there. I never saw who it was. Maybe Fisher. He was in on it, too.
He's been laying some lumber on tonight. Bo Sinclair is on the return to the 36. That's where Durant sets up shop, 1st and 10.
What's the score, Kenny?
21-8.
No, it's 0-0.
Oh. No coach talk.
Good defensive. We need a good defensive possession here. You don't want to let them score and let them believe. Get a stop and score, put it back up by 3 scores, and then you like where you're at with them having to throw the ball.
Wyatt Kilgore, J.B. Cool, Cord Coffey, the 3 down lineman will set the rest of the Cougar defense in a moment. Sinclair in motion, the handoff to Backu up the middle, and he has stood up at the 37, might have launched to the 38-yard line.
Like you got Fisher, George, and
Cord Coffey off the bottom of the pile. From Backu to the 38, he got a couple.
3 juniors. That's a junior tackle.
Pretty young Cougar football team.
1 senior on the field right now.
The safeties are Andrew Hughes. He's the 1 senior, along with Colton Carlock.
Sorry, 2. KK's out there, too.
The corners, Deontay Lindsay and DeMontre Patterson. The backers are Jagger Codwell and Caden Gallagher, the outside backer. The inside backers are Maddox and Marr.
M&M.
2nd down and 8 from the 38. That flex bone, receivers to the left. Handoff at the middle and bouncing off the tackle. A little pinball action for a 1st down all the way to in the secondary at the 48-yard line.
Jagger Caldwell and Deontay Lindsay. Give credit to Deontay Lindsay there playing this near side corner. Makes the tackle, stays with the play, and gets in on the tackle there in the backfield.
Adam Haney got his first carry of the game. 5'10", 175, and a sophomore playing fullback. 1st down for Durant at the 47. They've rushed it again just over 3 yards per crack in the first half. Completed the 1 pass for a touchdown of 37 yards. Ada on the top, 21-8. Yeah, big drive for Durant. If Ada lets them find the end zone here, we got a ball game. Cougars trying to stiffen up, leading 21-8. Saxon under center. Dropped on the fake handoff.
J.B. Coyle.
Coyle shot through like a bullet and got the quarterback.
Going back to what Coach said, he'll give up an offsides encroachment. Russ Allen, sorry if you're listening. he'll give up an encroachment every once in a while to get those plays.
Well, they faked to the fullback that time, and J.B. Coyle, he was all over them, and he just shot around his man. Again, I think it's that quick jump off the line of scrimmage. We'll kind of watch him this time. Second down to a dozen. Ball from the 45 in Durant territory. Man in motion is Ryder Jones. Now they're going to change the play.
Meerkat offense. Everybody raise your head up and look to the sideline.
4 seconds to get the snap off. Saxon, option play left. St. Clair chased by Fisher. Oh, baby!
Played
Fisher
perfectly.
slings him down back at the 42-yard line.
Played perfectly.
He read that from that linebacker position.
And KK did what he was supposed to do from his spot. So he makes the quarterback pitch the ball and then let your middle backers go in and make the play. They played that just how assignment football they needed to play it.
Loss goes back to the 42, a loss of 3. They got 15 to go for a first down. They must reach the Ada 43-yard line. As Durant.
Zach Abbott, I told you were ineligible.
Durant 3 of 7 on third down of the game. Option to the right this time. Here comes Ryder Jones, cuts it back up at the 45 and brought down at the 47. And that's Maddox who got him on the option play. They got 5.
Didn't get him in the backfield, but still tackled him behind the sticks. And on that play, Deontay Lindsay does a great job from his corner position, forcing the guy back into George. George seems a little bit banged up here.
Slow to get off.
What's going on?
Yeah. Made the tackle, then got up. We'll watch the replay. So Saxon will be in punt formation after the injury. They will look at George Maddox momentarily for a minute. Try to see kind of if we can see what happened to George. So Durant's going to have to punt. They got an initial first down on a run, on a second down run out to the 47 as the drive stalls. It's 4th and 10. Let's hope George is okay. Cougars lead at 21-8, 8:31 to play, quarter number 3.
Yeah, I'm with Jeremy. I'm guessing maybe breath knocked out of him. Yeah, he made a good form tackle, but didn't leave with his head, not a head injury or anything.
Looks like he's kind of gasping a little bit as he comes off the field. This game's a rough football. Football's a tough game.
Kid landed right on top of him.
47-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Saxon will go back to around his 35. DeMontre Patterson. I'd like to see DeMontre be able to return to get a punt.
I want to see him in the open field.
Yeah, get a kick to him and let him go.
Get that sprinter 10-second speed going.
From his 35, Saxon punts it high. DeMontre trying to chase it to the sideline. Fields it at the 15. Trying to sprint to the right side of the field. Here he goes. 15, 20, 25, 30,
with the
35, 40. He's got a man to beat if he can turn it on. Cuts it up 40, 35, 30. He beat him. Hello, end zone. We called it touchdown, Cougars, but yellow on the field. Oh, my. An 85-yard electric return by DeMontre Patterson is going to come back, it appears, as he did everything he could to get that ball before it went out of bounds so he could return it. And when he got to the right side of the field, it was nothing but real estate. Had one man to beat, and he beat him easily. An 85-yard return going to be called back.
It was on Carter. I guess they called him for a blindside block. I saw him lay a kid out. Sorry for getting excited for Carter. Hard to tell. I just see the kid going down. I'm going to switch to the end zone view here.
So a 38-yard punt. Fielded at the 15. 85-yard TD by Patterson. Called back. They'll mark it back at the 14. Raider will start 1st and 10. Well, it was electric.
Yeah, it was probably a penalty.
A little clip, hold?
No, he just ear hold him.
You say it was Carter.
Yeah, Carter Kinley.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
Handoff.
J.D. Dugan?
Yep, in the game, coming left up to the 19-yard line. J.D. for 5. will set the Ada offense for you. You can see J.D. Dugan, sophomore wide receiver in the game. Cougars have Isaiah Hayden, Kel Fuller, Caden Balthrop, Jagger Caldwell, and looks like Sanusi at the right tackle. Him and Matthews have been back and forth. You got Case Stafford wide right, Gallagher and Dugan the slot backs. They hand it off up the middle. That's Gilmore. Big hole, good blocking across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Brought down by Jaden Rangel, 6'2", 205. That's one of the freshmen starting for Durant. 7
I
for
noticed
Darius.
they had a couple of them.
Yeah, they're young. They heard their 8th grade team last year. When I was down there last year, had high regards. One of the good program, and it's.
Speaking of 8th grade, our 8th grade had a big win last night at Ardmore, won 16-6.
Freeland handoff. Ooh, tried a little end around, and that went nowhere. It's getting great penetration. Hunter Romero got in the backfield. They try to fake up the middle, then they kind of hand off to Gallagher sweeping left, and he lost 6.
We talked about that during the Ardmore game. Sometimes the defense is going to guess right, but now what do you build off of that? You have the fake there, and then maybe throw it over that guy because he's coming upfield so much.
2nd and 16. Patterson, DeMontre in the slot to the right. Freeland back to pass, hands off to Patterson, sweeping left, 20, 25, boundary, 30, 35, stays in bounds, 40, picking his way to the 45, out of bounds, and a first down, and maybe a late tackle, we'll see. They brought down Patterson late, but he got all the way to the 48-yard line, a nice run of 28 yards and an Ada first down.
Good run there. Boy, he's got good vision, doesn't he?
He does.
And he doesn't, first time we've really got to see him in space like that, he's patient. It's not just go. You know what I mean? He's picking his places, and I like it. I guess he stepped out of bounds at our 49.
So officially a 29-yard run to the Ada 49-yard line is to get the play started at the 20 and Ada first down. They're second on this drive, their initial possession of the second half. Freeland under center. End around to Dugan coming left. He's going to hit in the backfield. Shakes loose.
Good job,
JD.
50. He's going to have a hold here on
to the 44-yard line. You had Caldwell and Balthrop out trying to lead the way. Dugan shifty out there, Trey, as he shook loose of a couple tackles.
Yeah, did a great job turning lemons into lemonade.
Got 7 yards, but it's going to come back because of a hold back in the backfield against the Cougars.
While they're walking this up, I'll pop this up again. Other than Ardmore, McAllister, and Durant, who has Ada played the most with a record of 24, 14, and 2? If anybody can answer it without looking at the 100 Years of Ada Football Media Guide, Zach have it, let me know.
So penalty puts it back to the 43 on the hold. So when do you start giving hints?
I gave 2 hints, 24, 14, and 2. We haven't played them in a while. I'll give one more hint. A former Ada coach actually coached there.
Yep. And he's, never mind.
I'm going to give everything away. I mean, Zach got it already.
38-yard line where they actually moved the ball back. They missed it by 5 yards. So it's Cougars got 21 to go for a first down. Third quarter, Freeland takes it, handoff to Patterson, end around again. This time he goes nowhere, lost the football, and Ada's finally lost a fumble this year. The ball popped up in the air, and Dayton Madrid got on it.
CJ just got a penalty too.
So Ada fumbles and a dead ball personal foul penalty, it looks like.
Yeah, our infamous 88 Zadavian is causing some problems, and it appears that we reacted because CJ said something to the official.
The ball recovered at the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it off to the Ada 20, and Durant has a short field with Ada leading 21-8 in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to compound the fumble with a penalty, but cooler heads need to prevail.
It's only Ada's first lost fumble of the year. Second turnover of the season. They've been clean in that area. But Durant trying to be opportunistic. Ada led this game 21-0. It's now 21-8. Durant is in Ada territory at the 20-yard line. Cougars defense will try to stiffen. Time for the home crowd to make some noise here at Coy Ishto Stadium. Cougars will line up in the 3-4 defense. Carlock and Hughes play the back end of it here with trip fives on the board on a beautiful night for football in September. Cool south breeze blowing. Under center is Saxon. Man in motion, St. Clair. They hand it off to Dills, running left, slanting. Maddox, the second man to get there after Moore had him around the ankles at the 15-yard line.
Fisher and JB had him. Moore cleaned it up. Fisher and JB had him, and George hit him once they already, that dreaded standing up.
Caldwell in the game. Jack Morris checks out. 2nd and 6 for Durant in Ada territory. Ada leads it by 13 here in the third quarter. Final game before district play next week at Sallisaw. Ada trying to get to 2-1 on the season. Saxon under center, single receiver to the right, quarterback sneak, and pushes his way down
George
to the 12-yard line.
Had him by the ankles, and it looked like maybe Carlock got in there and got him up high.
That's something they just saw, I guess, a crease there, snapped it, and took the quarterback straight ahead to the 12. They need 2 for a first down on 3rd down. Durant.
Bow our necks here.
Durant tonight, 3 of 7. Now 3 of 8 on 3rd down after that, not converting on their first drive in the quarter. So Saxon under center, single receiver to the left, takes the snap, hands it off in the backfield, inside the 10 for a first down. They got a good surge that time. They got it to Jaden, or make it Adam Haney, and it's going to be a 1st and goal at the Cougar 9-yard line. They needed 2, got 3. So 1st and goal at the Cougar 9-yard line with 4:15 to play in the third, and Ada on top by 13. Again, Durant has Xavier Sims, or big guy in the tight end position on the left side. Man in motion is Dills, takes the quick pitch. Deontay Lindsay was ready to greet him, but a false start against Durant will move him back 5 yards.
Put him behind the chains. I guess technically there's not any chains, but 1st and 14.
Yeah, 1st and goal, so yeah. It makes it a pretty long 1st and goal, though, at the 14-yard line. Coming out of the game, a couple of substitutions for Durant. Now, Jalen Saxon, 5'11", 160 junior signal caller, gets direct instructions from head coach Todd Vargas. Single slot, Riley Waitman, or the slot to the right. Sinclair in motion to the left. Saxon going to roll to the right, being chased, looking to throw, does, and it's caught at the 2-yard line. A nice play by Andrew Hughes on a catch by Ryder Jones. Good save by Andrew as Jones came open over the middle at the last minute on the rollout. Got 12 yards down to the 8-2, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Deontay had him out on the edge and was able to escape his grasp and then make a good throw. Andrew did get him down.
Actually mark at the 4-yard line. So it's 2nd and goal at the 4. Durant trying to make this a ball game. Ada leading 21-8. If you joined us late, the Cougars jumped on Durant 21-0, 7-zip after 1. 21-0 till a late Durant touchdown in the first half and 2-point conversion. Saxon under center. The single setback behind him is Haney. Saxon takes a snap, gives to Haney, and the ball came loose in the scrum. Did Durant turn it over? Ada says they've got it. Durant's turned it over 8 times in 2 games, and the officials get up and say Durant football.
Well, I was right, though. There was a fumble on the exchange.
There you go. Didn't have to wait.
Somebody owes you $1.
You didn't have to wait, did you? So they got 2 yards on the play. Now it's 3rd and goal. Big 3rd down play for the Cougars. Home crowd.
Look for some misdirection here.
Moving north to south. Saxon quickly rushes his club up the line of scrimmage. Power formation. Saxon quarterback sneak. Lunging for the end zone, and it's going to be close. They're going to mark him short.
I think he's shorter than we were.
Going to mark it just inside the 1. They came up quickly. Rushed it up the middle.
They're bringing in the beef. We brought in our big package, too. Alex Clark checking into the game.
So here we go. Clark is senior. They rush it up on 4th and goal. Under center. They rush it right and get a touchdown. They just run it to the right. Their backup quarterback took it to the edge, Cole Robbins. Everybody was inside. Robbins scores around the right end. Well-designed play. And Durant's climbed back in it at 21-14.
Kind of reminiscent to what McCarty did to us last week from further out. Got an injured player on the field for Ada. Not sure who that is.
Well, credit Durant. After Ada's got them down 21-0, they did not quit. They just went on a drive. Took them 4 minutes and 7 seconds. 7 plays, 20 yards, although it was a short field after the Cougar fumble.
Somebody that was in the bottom of the pile.
(21-14). So now the Cougars going to have to get going again offensively. May take a couple more points, so we're going to keep it right here. They're going to get the player up off the field right now. It's going to be J.B. Coyle was the injured Cougar.
He had about 1,400 pounds laying on him.
So it took them 7 plays just to cover 20 yards, but Ada has not done only their second turnover in now over 2.5 games this year, but that one was costly.
Yeah, and the penalty on top of it. Saw what happened there. After they were going for the ball, Mr. 88 just kind of did a body slam sat down on top of CJ, and he reacted.
Got you. Second man got caught.
Yep. He made sure and shushed the crowd after the touchdown, too. He's pretty fond of himself.
21-14, they're going to go for 2. Saxon will be the quarterback. Adam Haney will be the tailback. We've got twin receivers right and left. Caden Mims, big guy to the right. Saxon going to roll that way, throw it, and it's caught by Ryder Jones for the 2-point conversion. They brought him all the way across. So it's a 5-point game at 21-16. Durant has struck. The Cougars need to answer. 1:48 to play in the third. Cougars by 5. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. We got a game. Lions and the Cougars. 21-16, Ada. Durant has rattled off the last 16 points straight. Now Ada, one possession this half. The fumble, the short field, Durant capitalized.
Yeah, you got to give Durant credit. They were able to convert there, even after we had them in 1st and 14. Made a good pass play, which not expecting, obviously, but they practice just like we do, so. They're going to continue to try to pass the ball, and we need to do a better job of covering them.
Jalen Saxon will put it on the tee from his 40-yard line on the right hash mark. See if they kick it deep to DeMontre or that Andrew over there on the right side. Two pretty good returners. The short guys are 25-yard line are Jack Morris and
J.D. Dugan.
J.D. Dugan, yep, over there. So Saxon looks like he's going to kick it. Again, that pooch kick. Probably to the
Owen,
to his left or the Cougar right. With 1:48 to play in the third, Saxon approaches. There's that high kick. Wofford a fair catch, hauls it in, fumbled it, got back on it. Hit him in the chest, but he got on it at the 43. So, fortunately, Ada back on it, and they've got great field position. That kick probably didn't go as far as Saxon wanted.
No, he had to run up quite a bit there.
So Ada with $1:48 to play in the third, take over from their own 43-yard line. They went back more to that run game, and had some effective plays there on that last drive. So if they go back to that 3 wide and maybe fling it downfield again. Dawson Matthews back in, the freshman at right tackle, been alternating with Sanusi over there. Darius Gilmore's the tailback. Caden Gallagher's the fullback or the sniffer back. Carter Freeland's the quarterback in the shotgun formation. Gilmore to his right. Carter takes the snap, stands up, fires right sideline, caught by Morris.
Andrew.
That's 14, not 44. Thank you. Out of bounds, far side, 46-yard line, a 3-yard pickup.
That's fine. Carter's
Second
down.
and 7. Yeah, Freeland didn't see. Down at the 37-yard line, and that gets Brock Boyles up. We'll try to watch the replay. I was watching it came after he released the football. Is he just a quick two-step drop and fire it to the flat?
He got hitting the leg.
They will treat that left leg out. Let's take a timeout. 1:42 to play in the third. 8-21, Durant 16. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Hello, I'm QB Frazier, store manager at TNW Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor, trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We're your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. TNW Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more.
Call 332-5145.
1:42 to play in the third quarter. Carter Freeland, CJ, comes off the field and unfortunately in a lot of pain out there. And boy, you hate to see that. Any player, Freeland comes off. There appears to be a left leg injury. Watching the replay, it just kind of left leg got hit. Don't know to what severity. Brock Boyles, freshman quarterback, will enter for the Cougars as Freeland comes to the sideline. 2nd and 7 for Ada at their own 46, trailing 21-16. Now it is time for what you're hearing. The Cougar crowd recognizes you've lost a leader out there right now. The Durant's getting back in the ball game. Time to make some noise, get behind this Cougar team. $1:42 to play in the third. Brock Boyles, the quarterback. Freshman signal caller in the shotgun from his 41. Takes the snap, goes to Gilmore. Big space, 45-50. 45 in Durant territory. Stiff arm at the 39. Stuck his arm out and right into Caden Mims. All the way down to the 39-yard line. A big run from the 46-yard line.
Andrew had a pancake down on the 15. This is where you step up for your senior, and you step up for your freshman.
15 yards on the Gilmore rush to the 39. Day had a nice first half. It's his first big run of the second half. 1st and 10. Gilmore again, another gaping hole. 30, 25, 20, 18-yard line by Day. Oh, baby. Boy, the left side just opened up a gaping hole. And Gilmore saw the space and surged all the way downfield, officially to the 16-yard line for 23 more.
KK with a great block leading the way, and I think it was Jack out there. Yeah, Jack and KK both leading the way.
Back-to-back runs, tallying 38 yards for Darius Gilmore, the Cougar senior running back.
Jack Morris checks in at the wide position. He'll probably, he's splitting out. Normally he'll line up at the tight end.
Shotgun for Brock. Takes the snap. Gilmore again running left, another stiff arm, and this time going to be drugged down. Couldn't quite get away from the big guy, number 67, 5'10", 200-pound sophomore Hunter Romero. So mark it at the 16. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Brock can throw the ball too. He can spin it. So I'm not going to be surprised when we do throw it with him, because you got to keep him honest first of all.
Got Mom sitting down below us, and of course Dad on the sidelines. From the 16, 2nd and 10, 36 seconds to play in the quarter.
Timeout, Durant.
We'll take 1-2. 2nd and 10 for Ada. Durant, 16-yard line, leading the Lions 21-16 in the third. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Maroon, gold, black, white, they all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, and arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is flat.
Back to Coy Ishto Stadium, 36 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Ada on top by 5, 21-16. Cougars scored the first 21 points. Durant the last 16. Carter Freeland went down with an apparent left leg injury on this drive. Brock Boyles has taken over. Darius Gilmore has ran back-to-back plays to the Durant 16 from the 46. So tallied, 30 yards?
38 yards?
Yep.
30, yeah. He's actually run 3 times.
From the 16, 2nd and 10. Boyles out of the gun, going to throw it. Lobs it up toward Jack Morris in the end zone. How about your first touchdown pass, Brock? Oh, baby! Hello, end zone. Jack Morris from the freshman Brock Boyles, who laid it in the window. Cougars 27, Lions 16.
I told you he was going to throw it. He can spin it, man.
And Jack calls in his second of the game.
Jack wasn't going to let that one hit the ground.
Boyles to Morris. Extra point pending. Cade Mitchell out of the hold of Caden Gallagher, splits the uprights. And how about the drive? Cougars, after the injury to Freeland, march right down the field. Boyles to Morris for the touchdown. Cougars 28, Lions 16. You're listening and watching the Cougars at KADARadio.net.
The Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
5 plays, 57 yards, 1 minute and 15 seconds. The culmination of the drive, culminating with a Boyles to Morris pass. Brock Boyles' first pass on the varsity level. The freshman coming in, a touchdown to Jack Morris. One he'll remember.
Yeah, one he'll never forget. And great job by the whole offensive line and the running backs and the receivers there stepping up when they needed to. Now it's the defense's turn. Love it for Brock, hate it for CJ, which obviously don't know anything, but down there talking to Dad.
Mitchell kicks off, high kick, caught, 24-yard line, drop, ball loose, kicked around. Who's got it? Cougars got the football at the 25-yard line. Ada will take over, I believe.
We fumbled it too.
Still scrum, yeah, Ada football.
Yeah. Wyatt Kilgore picked it up. Another freshman.
How about that? The deep onside. Young man couldn't handle the pigskin, and the Cougars are opportunistic, jump on it in Durant territory.
That ball was on the ground for like 15 minutes. It definitely bounced around like a football and not a basketball. It was going back and forth and back and forth. You know what I'd do right here? I'd throw it.
From the 25-yard line?
Yep.
Ada takes over to the fumbled kick. That's a couple times Durant's had a mishandle down there. That time that ball, again, was kicked all around, and Wyatt Kilgore was all over it. So from the 25-yard line, the Cougars come out, get DeMontre Patterson and Case Stafford, Reed Sampson to the near side of the boundary side. Wide right is Hughes. Shotgun for Boyles. Handoff Gilmore, brought down in the backfield. They, that time, got good penetration. Xavier Sims and a couple other Durant players. Caden Archer, Archer's a good player, 6'3", 210 senior, got the gap. That should end the quarter. Ball at the 26-yard line after a yard loss.
Archer's got a mean left hook, too. Early. We saw that earlier in the game.
Yeah. Quarter's over. Cougars responded after Durant cut it to 21-16. It's 8-28. Durant 16 as we go to the fourth quarter. Good football game. You're listening and watching the Cougars and live stream at K80aradio.net or adasports.net. We're back after this timeout for your fourth quarter.
The Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai and Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
You see the excitement down there? Let you see the student body.
Band playing their traditional light up at the start of the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, it's our ball, so we'll see what happens here.
The ball is marked at the 27-yard line officially. The third quarter saw each team get in the end zone. Durant got it done and got a 2-point conversion. Ada got the PAT from Caden Mitchell. Brock Boyles, again, the freshman quarterback, in for the injured Carter Freeland. Out of the shotgun, hands it to Gilmore on the sweep left. Caldwell leading the way for Gilmore, who's inside the 20 and ushered out of bounds finally on the far side of the 18 by Samhead Holmes.
Definitely made it third and manageable.
Mark it at the 19, so he got 8. The 27 of the 19. Cougars third down. On 8 seconds elapsed here in the quarter. They rush it out of bounds. But the ball was, Gilmore ran out of bounds. Morris in the slot to the left, twin receivers right. Patterson in motion. They hand it off, coming back right to Gilmore. Caldwell leads the way. Gilmore cuts it up inside. Drug down at the 14-yard line.
First down. That a boy, Dave.
Jaden Rangel brought him down, but he needed to get the 15. He got the 14 and an Ada first down. Jagger Caldwell, a great lead block, though, pulling out there.
Yeah, him and Cale Fuller are both undersized for their guard positions, but they're also both fast for a guard position. So they're pulling it. It's almost like another fullback coming out there at you.
Balthrop hovers over the football. Shotgun to Boyles. Gilmore again. 15, cuts it up inside, got back to the line of scrimmage. This time he's drugged down by Dayton Madrid. 5'11", 230, and a junior. So Darius, no gain. 2nd and 10. Gilmore getting a lot of totes here in the second half.
Probably going to continue to get them, too.
He had 38 yards on back-to-back carries. A total of 38 on those 2 carries. Second down. 12 seconds to get the play off. Coming in late is Fisher Moore.
Yeah.
Boyles gives him the signal. Boyles is under center. Man in motion as Gallagher. Boyles fumbled the snap but got back on it. His first time under center, and a little him and Balthrop not communicating on it. Lost a yard.
Up by 12. Be interesting here.
Right about field goal range.
Yeah, it is. It's right on the edge of it into the wind.
Hughes comes wide right. He has man-to-man coverage out here. That might be the matchup they want to go to.
I like Jack.
Got Ryder Jones on him. Boyle's going to throw it to Hughes in the right corner. Touchdown, Ada! Another beauty. Look at Brock.
Ran right over to Dad.
My.
That's cool.
A beautiful pass to the pylon. And Brock Boyles, what's he done? He's came in and delivered 2 beauties. A 15-yard touchdown. So Hughes, we saw it out there, Trey, man-to-man coverage, and Brock just sat back and threw it at the pylon, and Andrew goes and gets it.
Yeah, that's cool to see.
Cougars lead at 34-16, pending the PAT to make it 35-16. Gallagher off the snap from Marr, and Mitchell just got it over the upright.
No how. It went through.
Cougars lead at 35-16. 10:06 to play, quarter number 3. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at K80aradio.net.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
Well, the Cougars go 25 yards in 6 plays. Drive started with 23 seconds to play in the first quarter, so they took a $154 plus 23, $219 to score. You know, both teams now, Trey, have had short fields and capitalized on it on fumbles. Cougars 6 plays, 25 yards. Durant went 20 yards in 7 plays, but Brock Boyles has had 2 possessions and 2 touchdown passes, the freshman quarterback, which right now looks like he's going to be the man for a while. They brought, unfortunately, some crutches out to aid Carter Freeland, and we won't speculate, but unfortunate injury down there to the Cougar signal caller.
Yeah, you hate to see it, and maybe it's, you know, you never know. Could be bad, could be something where once they get in and look at it, it's not as bad as they think. So hopefully he's okay. Here's another fumble. Another fumble.
Ball is batted all around the field, and finally the Durant gets on it. It went backwards, and they are having trouble handling that kick, and finally getting on it was Stephen Holmes. Todd Vargas probably pulling every hair lefty out. It's one of those handle a kickoff, as Caden Mitchell put it in a pretty good spot. Durant takes over at the 28. By the way, that was Andrew Hughes' 4th touchdown catch of the season, his second 2-touchdown game of the year. So Ada now a 19-point lead, got some breathing room and answered when Durant had cut the lead to 21-16. They've just got a bunch formation. They run their backup quarterback on a sweep to the right.
Good job by DeMontre there and Jagger. Yeah, they're running that bunch.
Cole Robbins, 5'10", 170 freshman.
DeMontre did a good job there, not getting too far pinched in where they can bounce it and go around.
Yeah, just trying to. They did that on the touchdown or the 2-point or the touch. I think it was a 2-point run or the touchdown run. It actually was earlier in the game. 2nd down and 8. 9:30 to play in the third quarter. From the 30-yard line. Again, a couple of slot receivers, single setback.
False start. And then JB intercepted the snap.
He just blew through the center there.
He almost did.
Matt Manners, 5'8", 230, the starting center. And JB just shot around
I've never seen a snap to a nose guard. I don't know how he did that.
So a false start moves it back to the 25-yard line. They've got to reach the 38 in Durant territory. 2nd and 13. Good crowd on hand tonight to watch the Cougars for the first time this year. Next 2 on the road. Under center. Saxon back in.
Good job,
hand it off
Jagger.
on the sweep.
Good job,
Jagger.
Jagger.
Caldwell slams to the ground. Bo St. Clair. Boy, Caldwell from his linebacker position, not to be denied, and a 4-yard loss on the sweep play.
Great job there. I thought I was going to give him credit just for holding on until the other people got there, but he was able to bring him on down.
Caldwell's played really, in what I've been able to see on both sides of the ball tonight, been very, very solid. 21-yard line, 3rd and 17 for Durant. What momentum they had been stonewalled by the Cougars. 8:25 to play in the contest. 8:35, Durant 16. Adam Haney in the backfield beside Jalen Saxon. And
timeout Durant.
Durant could, yep. So we'll take 1-2 with 8:16 to play. Ada now in control, leading Durant 35-16. You're listening to watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter, or the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, Save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center. Catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Back to Coy Ishto Stadium with 8:16 to play in the contest. Ada on top of Durant by a count of 35-16. And there's the ovation. The Ada fans on their feet. Carter Freeland, I know, dejected, leaves the field on a golf cart. Actually, more of a gator. A gator, not a golf cart, but ice on his left knee. And he'll go to probably the Ada locker room for further examination. And
probably out to the truck to head to the doctor's office.
3rd and 17. Saxon from the shotgun, going to keep it up the middle. Gets a few to the 27. Cord Coffey.
Great job pursuing from the backside there.
Drug him down. Quarterback got 6. And Durant will punt. 4th and 10. The Ada defense, really, here in the second half, Durant only touchdown that they did anything on was a 20-yard field. Other than that, they got a first down on their initial drive that Ada held them. Saxon punted once in this half for 38 yards. Patterson took it to the house, but it was called back. Patterson now waits at his 35. Saxon's kick a line drive. DeMontre going to get a chance. At the 36, here he goes, coming left, trying to get to the corner, trying to string it out. 40, 45, dancing, 46-yard line. Stephen Holmes hemmed him in, a 10-yard return. 37-yard punt.
Mick Cowan trivia question. Nobody got it other than Zach. It was Paul's Valley. Ada has actually had 40 scheduled contests against Paul's Valley. 24, 14, and 2. Seminole, Amber Johnson, good guess, but one of our games against Seminole was canceled. So they've only played 39 games against him. Brett Hager guessed Norman. That would have been my guess ahead of time. I think I talked about that last week.
I think I guessed that earlier.
They used to be one of our non-con games. So Zach's got 3. Come on, guys.
46-yard line for Ada, their own territory. Boyle's going to pitch it on a quick sweep to Gilmore. 45-50 into the secondary at the 40, 35, 30, stiff arm, 25-yard line. Oh, Darius with the stiff arm on Holmes all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big gain of 29. Gilmore's got to be approaching 100 yards rushing. Mark it down to 27 this time.
Lots of success on these outside runs, which means the outside receivers are doing a good job blocking.
27 on that gain. Either a stretch handoff or a quick pitch, just getting to the edges here in the second half.
Darius got 15 for 114.
There you go.
That 7 yards a carry.
Put him over 100.
Fisher.
Here's Fisher on the pitch. 25. Nice move. Fisher darts back inside. Got a good gain.
Fisher's not going to sidestep.
Made the first man miss in the backfield, but then just powered forward.
You're not going to see a Fisher-Mar jump cut. You're going to see a Fisher-Mar lower your head and run over somebody.
20-yard line, nice hard run. Yeah, he's a strong young man.
North-south, maybe the best runner on the team. Straight north-south. Now, Day-Day and Xander obviously give you the east-west. Unless you're playing in Stillwater, Jameson, then he's a good east-west runner.
2nd and 3. Boyle's going to pass for Hughes as his 3rd touchdown pass. Andrew adjusts to it, and we got interference.
Yeah, interference. No incompletion.
He adjusted to the football again. They just threw it up to Andrew, who's going to limp off the field.
He's got a little bit of a weak ankle from practice earlier this week.
He had to change the shoulder he was looking over, and the defender got there early. Pass interference to move it for a Cougar first down.
That may be a sore backside too. Andrew landed went up and then landed pretty hard on his bum.
Again, that pass was really only where Andrew could catch it.
Can you say bum?
Bum?
Yeah.
On his bum.
Is that okay?
Bum. Bum's okay. You got to use the accent though when you say bum. Cougars will have a 1st and goal from the 10. 7:02 to play in the 4th, leading by 19. Brock Boyles, the freshman, signal caller under center. Pitch to Fisher. 10, 5, headed to the end zone. Yes, sir! Fisher-Mar to the end zone for the Cougars, and they're on the board, leading 41-16 on the Mar touchdown, and the Cougars have put this one away. Great blocking on the right side. Dad in the booth is a happy man, and the Cougars have put 40 on the board against Durant.
We had 4 guys blocking 3, and Fisher running up their bum side.
Tomorrow, a 10-yard TD run, his first. Gallagher holds it for Caden Mitchell. Again, a low snap. He got it down, and Caden splits the uprights. He's a perfect
Our deep snapper looked like he was a little gassed on that one. Fisher snapping.
Fisher. 6:56 to play in the fourth. Ada 42, Durant 16. This is Cougar Football, streaming live at KADARadio.net.
Reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at greatplainskubota.com. That's greatplainskubota.com.
Welcome back to Ishto Stadium. I'm going to have to practice saying that, Kenny, if you're not going to do these read back ends, because I've butchered it every time. What was it, 28-16?
21-16. Durant had cut it to 5.
We fumble, get a personal foul. They cut it to 5, and then boom.
Cougars have responded. Brock Boyles has been in for the injured Carter Freeland, and Cougars have 3 touchdowns. Lead at 42-16. Mitchell, the deep pooch, fair caught at the 36-yard line. That's a big
interesting number.
Jacob Ingram, one of the captains, 6'4", 225.
Not
and
too many
senior.
left tackles out on the hands team. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, there are other guys that put it on the ground 2 or 3 times, and Coach Vargas said, okay.
Anybody over here catch the ball?
Yeah. 37-yard line for Durant takes over with 6:55 to play in the third. So Ada, after a third quarter challenge, since the 1:48 mark of the third quarter, actually they scored with 1:15 left in the third. They've scored 21 points now in the last 5:05 plus 1:15, the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds of playing time. Durant's going to have to call the timeout. They didn't like...
their play clock was down to 0.
So we'll take 1-2 with 6:55 to play. Durant's their own 37, 8 on top, 42-16. This is Cougar Football, streaming live at KADARadio.net.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
One more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Ben Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at benford.com.
No, we got
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. 6:55 to play in the contest. The Ada Cougars have put their foot into the accelerator since the 1:15 mark of the third quarter. Back to action out of the timeout. Durant going to run it up the middle. Kilgore
Fisher,
in on the tackle. Fisher Marr's been all over the place. He scored a touchdown on offense as well. They get to the 3 yards on first down. Ball carrier looked like was Haney. Second down and 7. Cord Coffey, the right defensive end. Coyle over the football at nose guard. Kilgore, the left tackle. Kamari Richards back in at the right corner. They pitch it on a sweep play to Holmes, running right into the secondary, and gets butted out of bounds on the far side.
That was
Lakevian?
Bailey. Chase Bailey.
Is that Chase? Yep, number 9. I thought it was number 8. Yep, Bailey got him at the 48-yard line.
Lakevian's not suited up. I saw him with a boot on earlier today. I know he had some ankle issues this summer, so I don't know if maybe it flared up on him.
Holmes got a first down on the run. He got 8 to the 48-yard line. We also went out of bounds, stopped the clock. Single Running back is Haney, and he gets the call up the middle, and there's George Maddox knifing through again. Got him at the 50 after a 2-yard pickup. The Cougar linebackers have been very, very active, Trey, in this game tonight.
Yes, they have, which is by design, and they've done a good job playing assignment football. Looked like Caleb Suneagle just came in for the left end position. We've done, like Jeremy just mentioned, we've done a lot better wrapping up tonight, I feel like.
2nd and 8, the ball at the 50-yard line. Twin receivers to the right. Saxon under center. Haney gets it, gets bumped at the line of scrimmage, lunges forward. We got a flag that comes in. Usually where a holding is called.
It's a hold.
Isaiah Hayden, who's in the game, slow to get up.
Will Johnson entering the game for him.
They got a yard to the 49, but a hold is probably going to mark this one off against Durant, I would assume. The Cougars will take it. You know, Durant lost an opening week to a future Cougar opponent, Broken Bow. Cougars will play them in their final in the final game of the regular season down at Broken Bow, 30-6 in week 1. Broken Bow beat Durant. Ball marked back to the 35-yard line on the penalty, a 15-yard mark off.
After the penalty is marked off, it'll be 2nd down at 23 for Durant.
We'll have some highlights of this second half in your post-game show. Recap it. Have your final stats as well for you. 5:20 to play, 35-yard line. Durant has the football. They got 4 receivers out.
Yep. Left guard moved.
Got a man in motion.
Which means they were coming this way. Or I'm sorry, right guard. Jeremy Marr's been telling me all night that their guards are telling which way they're going, and he really told there because he went about 2 seconds early.
Cole Robbins was in motion, and so back-to-back plays with penalties. All the way back to the 30-yard line.
I believe that's Charlie Prentice in the game for the first time there at nose guard.
70,
I don't know if you already said that.
Nope, I haven't. That big number 79?
Yep.
Freshman Charlie Prentice over the football. That's right. Sun Eagle, Prentice, and...
No, Sun Eagle. Oh, I'm sorry. Hayden's the one that came off.
And Will Johnson across the front.
2 sophomores and a freshman.
2nd down. 28.
He's open.
Got a man right down. Yep, a wheel right down the boundary to the 48-yard line. They got 18.
Good play design there.
Got Deontay Lindsay up to make the tackle.
Timeout, Ada.
It'll be 3rd and 10. So a timeout on the field. 4:44. Trip forwards on the board. Who was that pass complete to? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Number 9, maybe Robbins.
I thought it was out of the backfield, but I don't know.
It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Cougar football on this Friday night in Ada. Brought to you by First United Bank, T&W Tire Center, Roman's Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Vision Bank, Fenton Ford, Chickasaw Travel Stops, Ada Sales and Rental, Ada Nissan, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Carter County Dodge, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Insurance, Don Carpenter, Agent. We appreciate all of our sponsors of Ada Football. We'll be back on the air next Friday night from Salisaw, district opener. Over on sister station, 105.5 tomorrow, the East Central Tigers play at Southern Nazarene on the road for the 2nd straight week in the GAC. Mike Manis will have the call of that one for you. 3rd down and 10, 48-yard line in Durant territory. Got twin receivers to the near side. The ball's on the right hash mark. Saxon in the shotgun. Make it Robbins in the shotgun. The backup quarterback runs
Jagger.
it. Loses yardage. Jagger Caldwell, Fisher Marr, Will Johnson. Several Cougars get up there.
Delaware. Samuel Jordan also in there.
Going to be actually no gain at the 48. Will be 4th down for Durant. I would assume they would go for it here. Or nope, looks like they're going to go to punt formation. With 4:15 to play. The white flag. And they made a game out of it. 21-16 midway through the 3rd quarter, and then Freeland goes down. And you're thinking, we got a battle, and all the Cougars stay poised. Brock Boyles those 2 touchdown passes, and they score on a Fisher Marr 10-yard run on the next drive. Nobody deep for Ada. Ball will bound inside the 10-yard line. and rolled dead.
I started to say, watch out there, Bailey.
I'm not
Get
sure.
away from that ball.
Bailey was down there like he was the one man going to down the football.
Yeah.
He may get a little talking to about that. Stay away from it. Went at the 7-yard line, 45-yard punt, no return.
Yeah, they could have just blasted whenever he picked it up there.
Just one of those things.
Good coverage.
They're going to set it right at the 7-yard line. Let's see what Ada does on this drive. The 3:45 to play. You'd like to put one of those drives together. This is one of those game-ending drives where you got it and just kind of grind it out and have power football. You love to.
Looks like Jake Bohannon in at tailback. Reed's on the far. Reed Sampson in on the far side along with DeMontre. Case Stafford near side.
Brock takes the snap, pitches. Here's Bohannon trying to stretch it out to the right side, to the 10, to the 15. Bohannon to the 20 and pushed out of bounds. Good hard run by Bohannon. Showed his speed on the right side. Trey got 13 and a Cougar first down.
Right into Dad, who picked him up. CJ back out here. Got a brace on his left knee on crutches.
Marked a football at the 21. Official 14-yard pickup and another Ada first down. They've racked up the first downs tonight. We'll have all those numbers for you in the postgame show. 42-16. Sampson wide left along with Patterson, DeMontre in the slot. They hand it off up the middle. Bohannon again. Big hole. 30, 32, 33-yard line. Finally wrestled down on the far side. Stephen Holmes. Along with
been a
Jayden
theme on the
Rangel.
night. Great blocking out there by Reed Sampson, tying up his guy.
Back-to-back runs by Bohannon. Tallying 26 yards on two totes. 3:23 to play. Sampson comes off the field. Case Stafford comes wide right. Ball sits on the left hash mark. Boyles the quarterback.
Karan Richardson.
Right up the middle. Richardson across the 40 to the 42. He got 8. Make it 9.
Karan looks the part, man. And I think when it clicks for him upstairs, how physical he can be, he could be a really, really good running back.
Big freshman running back for the Cougars. So got 3 freshmen out there in the backfield back on this drive. And
several out there because Owen Walford, freshman as well.
Deontay Lindsey comes in at wide receiver. Owen Walford is in the slot to the left. Cooper Patterson goes wide left. Boyles takes the snap. Richardson again stood up this time. And
looks like we're going to have a hold here probably.
Richardson on the carry was brought down by number 43.
Sun Eagle
However, there was a flag on the play.
in there at left tackle for the Cougars.
Owen just picked the flag up. Like, y'all drop this.
Owen's got a chance at that tight end position. We watched him in that first scrimmage this year.
Yeah, he actually plays the Y, which is the same thing as Jack. We'll see tight end / Y like Jack. George, same spot.
Ball marked back to the 24-yard line from a spot penalty, an illegal block. Looked like below the waist or there, below the knees. From the 24, Bohannon up the middle, surging, maybe a yard. Durant stacks him up inside.
Do you throw it here? I think you do. I mean, you got to try to get a first down, right?
Well, you got third down from the 25. Got to reach the 43.
I mean, that's not running up the score, is it? I mean, just trying to get first downs. Typically, run it on first and second. If you get to third, then the playbook's open.
Dawson Matthews back in there at right tackle. And you got the freshman quarterback that may be your quarterback for the next several weeks.
He's going to be needed.
Without any speculation, but with Carter out on crutches. Stafford comes wide right. Ball sets on the left hash mark for Boyles. Got 3 receivers deployed. Pitches to Bohannon. Quick sweep coming right. Picking his way to the 25. Turns it upfield to the 30. Spins to the 31-yard line.
Good run.
Hard run. Drug down. Rangel kind of slung him down. After the 31, he got 6.
Gave him all the way to 32. Well, one guy did. Never mind. He's just going to scoot over.
1:15 to play. Ball's the 31-yard line. Ada will go for it looks like. They need to reach the 43. They got 12 to go. They'll let the clock run down. Maybe that's what they'll do, just kind of run the clock. Will be under a minute. They can run it down to about 49 seconds. And then probably use a timeout and punt it away, I would assume at this point. Leading at 42-16. They'll be 2-1, Trey, on the season, headed to district play. And there's the Ada timeout at the 49-second mark. We'll keep it right here. This was a big game for Ada. After last week, and not just that you lost, but you lost to a good football team. You could have played your very best and still got beat last week by McAllister. But the fact was, after watching film, the effort wasn't like it was against Ardmore. The discipline wasn't. They just coaches said that just wasn't what he wanted a week ago. So they bounced back this week, and they practiced better, and they came out and they've executed at a higher level.
Intensity was a lot better. Yeah. Other than maybe came out of the second half or halftime a little bit lax, but once Durant punched us in the mouth, we responded. I mean, even before CJ went down, and then you got to give credit to the everybody stepping up their game when he did go down.
49 ticks on the clock, so Ada will be 2-1, headed to the 4A4 district race, and headed to Sallisaw on Friday. Next home game will be Medill, and that'll be in, 3 weeks? Cougars will now elect to punt it away. Who's back there punting?
22.
Who's that guy? Is that Carter Kinley?
I don't know. I'll see how he punts it first.
Kinley in punt formation. High snap, nice hands. Steps into it, nice high spiral. Downfield, going to bounce to the 41. Going to roll dead. At the 36-yard line, Carter Kinley.
34-yard punt.
34, no return. You'll take a 34 net all day long.
Got a penalty. Not sure what it is.
.39 seconds to play. Durant will take over. Cougars scored the first 21 points of the game.
Something on them, a hold.
Gave up the middle 16 and scored the final 21.
Game of runs.
Cade Mitchell.
Scoring runs, I should say that.
Thank you. No bad information from the booth. Durant from their own 26-yard line. They can maybe run a couple of plays. We'll see. They'll run the first one and see if they elect for another one. Jalen Saxon under center. Cougars got that Clark in there at defensive line. The handoff up the middle.
Jake Bohannon
in there at linebacker. They get Rangel up to the 46-yard line.
Got a host of figures in there.
Adam Haney.
Case Stafford in at corner. Will Johnson, Alex Clark, Delaware in at left end. Eli Justice in at the star. Carter Kinley in at the jack.
Durant probably.
Elvis and Bohannon in at middle linebacker. Carlock still in at safety with Chase Bailey.
And Durant's not going to snap it again. They just stay in the huddle, and that's your ball game. The Ada Cougars will celebrate tonight, knocking off the Durant line by a final count of 42-16. All-time series record 63-14-2. Ada continues the domination in the series, and they respond when they had their backs to the wall in the third quarter, and that's got to be something this coaching staff is going to be proud of his ball club tonight. Ada 42, Durant 16. You see the pleasantries exchanged there at the middle of the field as the players shake hands here at Coy Ishto Stadium in Norrisfield down below. Cougars win at 42-16. We'll have all your numbers in the postgame show and recap an exciting second half for you. This is Cougar Football. You're listening and watching live at KADARadio.net.
Cougar football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm agent Don Carpenter, and Fenton Ford.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada's 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. We're in the postgame show now. The Cougar 42-16 whipping of Durant, a game that saw the Cougars score the first 21 points in the first half, led 21-8 at halftime. Durant tightened the gap. The touchdown and 2-point conversion in the third quarter, and with 4:07 to play, make that a $1:48 to play in the third quarter, it was a 21-16 ball game, and the Cougars at that point said, we need to make a stand here. Durant's challenged us, and then after it was 21-16, the Cougars got the football back and started a drive, but in the middle of that drive I guess it was the second play of the drive.
Completion to Andrew, I believe, over on the right side.
I think it was. It was the first play of the drive. First play of the drive, it was a 3-yard completion to Andrew Hughes with about a $1:48 to play in the quarter. Ada leading 21-16. Just a quick out, and Carter released the football, and we look back, and he's on the ground.
Defensive lineman got blocked into him. Basically, his forward leg, when he released it, got blocked into the side of his leg. So obviously you don't know what the injury is, but the team did a great job of responding, and if he's out for a week or the season, he'll be the biggest cheerleader for these guys and coach them up on the sidelines.
Score was 21-16 at that point. Enters Brock Boyles, the freshman quarterback. Got his opportunity on, and then he handed off to Darius Gilmore, who had a huge run from his 46 to the 39 in Durant territory, so a 15-yard run on first down. The very next play, a 23-yard Gilmore run all the way down to the 16-yard line. They said, why not try Darius again? That time the defense stood him up, and it was 2nd down and 10 from the 16. Brock Boyles didn't look rattled under center. He took the snap, and here's what happened on his first varsity pass attempt. 16, 2nd and 10. Boyles out of the gun, going to throw it. Lobs it up toward Jack Morris in the end zone. How about your first touchdown pass, Brock? Oh, baby! Hello, end zone. Jack Morris from the front. 27-16 as Morris hauled it in, and an excited Brock Boyles rushed to the sidelines and I think got a chest bump from Dad as he went over there. The great thing to see.
I told y'all he could spin it.
He could spin it, and he put it on the money, and Jack hauled in his hauled in the touchdown. That was
his second of the game.
28-16 after Caden Mitchell blasted through the extra point. Ada by a dozen, so they extended the lead. The ensuing kickoff, Durant had some problems. It was a deep onside. They couldn't handle it. The ball bounced around, and another freshman, Wyatt Kilgore, found the loose pigskin, and Ada would take over at the 25-yard line. They'd run one play, and the third quarter was over, and they got a Gilmore 2-yard loss to the 27. They came out in the second, then got another Gilmore run down to the 19, Gilmore to the 14. Then they ended up on a third down play at the 14-yard line, trying to finish off a short field drive, leading 28-16. Andrew Hughes was split wide to the right.
And you called that one.
Here's
Single
what happened.
Coverage.
Yep, Singh had one-on-one coverage, and Brock Boyles found his man.
I like Jack.
Got Ryder Jones on him. Boyles going to throw it to Hughes in the right corner. Touchdown, Ada! Another beauty! Look at Brock!
Ran right over to Dad.
My.
That's cool.
A beautiful pass to the pylon. And Brock. Sorry about that. I lost the audio in my ear and I thought it was over. I wasn't watching the monitor. Another beauty is Boyles just threw it toward the pylon, on that little fade route, and Hughes went and got it. Beautiful play as the Cougars had struck again, led it 35-16 after the extra point by Mitchell again after the 14-yard touchdown. 25 yards in 6 plays. 2 minutes, 19-second drive for Ada. They were a quick strike offense tonight, Trey. Their last 3 drives, including the one I'm about to give you in just a moment, 115, 219, and 132 in the second half. Defense got involved for the next Durant possession. Defense was solid all night. Durant had some plays, but the defense really was executed at a good level tonight. Jagger Caldwell, I thought, from the offensive guard position, did a great job out there pulling for Gilmore all night long, but also defensively, it's when he played linebacker, came up with a big play on the next Durant offensive possession. Center. Sacks him back in.
Good job, Jagger.
On the sweep.
Good job,
Jagger.
Jagger.
Caldwell slams to the ground. So Caldwell got the running back, slammed him down, and then that forced a Durant punt, a 37-yard punt, a 10-yard return. Ada would take over at their own 46-yard line. They would do it again. 4 plays, 54 yards, 1 minute and 32 seconds. Boyles would drive him down the field. The line kept paving big holes. Darius Gilmore had a big run of 29 yards. We put him over the 100-yard mark for the game, down to the 27-yard line. They'd eventually be at the 10-yard line after a pass interference penalty in the end zone. And then he's known more for his linebacking on defense. But he played running back on this play.
I will say something here. Just before he crosses the goal line, look at the convoy. I mean, if we'd have run this on the other 10-yard line, Fisher would have gone 90. Yeah. I mean, look at the blocking here.
Boyles, the freshman, signal caller under center. Pitch to Fisher. 10, 5, headed to the end zone. Yes, sir! Marr finds pay dirt for the first time as he rushes in. Extra point again by Mitchell, who was 6 of 6 in this game. And the Cougars led it 42-16, 21 unanswered points. That would be the final score in the contest. As Ada, a complete effort tonight. Again, celebrating that on the field. The only somber news from the evening is the young man, CJ Carter Freeland, down with an apparent left leg or knee injury. 42-16, Ada beats Durant, moves to 2-1 on the season. We've got your final statistics coming up next. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Sales and Rental is your premier wedding and party rental resource in the Ada, Oklahoma area. bringing you the best for your wedding or other special event with the most unique and current trends available. Our experienced and helpful staff will help coordinate all of your ideas into the wedding of your dreams. And don't forget, we cater for all types of events: birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, prom, retirement, family reunions, and fundraiser supplies for schools and nonprofit groups. You'll find it all at Ada Sales and Rental.
Hello, I'm Keith Razor, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you, if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is splat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium. You still see the picture down below of the Ada Cougars celebrating with their fans and teammates as the Cougars knock off Durant 42-16 to go to 2-1 on the season. 21 points on each side of halftime. Again, Durant scored the middle 16 of the game after Ada had a 21-0 lead, but the Cougars rise to the challenge when they were challenged and come up with the win tonight by 26 heading into district play next week. Cougars put up some points and also some yardage tonight. Trey Kinley has your final numbers.
Yeah, good job tonight by Jeremy Moore on the stats. I'll give you Durant's first. They had 11 first downs, 42 carries for 128 yards. That's just over 3 a carry, 3 of 6 passing for 66 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. We only have 1 fumble on here because I think the kickoffs, it doesn't go down on here, so there was definitely more fumbles by the Durant team. Rushing, Bo St. Clair had 1 for 22, Cason Dills had 10 for 21, Lide had 1 for 11, Haney had 1 for 9, Baku had 3 for 8, Saxon 3 for 4, 2 for 1, and then as a team they had 20 carries for 49 yards. Clean that up before we do, the final team stats. Passing, Cason Dills was 4 or 5 for 69 yards, 1 touchdown, so off somewhere there. Receiving, Bo St. Clair had 1 for 38, Ryder Jones had 2 for 28. Ada team-wise, 24 first downs, 35 carries, 260 yards, so 7 yards a carry.
35 for 260?
Yeah. 14 to 20 combined for 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 fumbles, 1 lost, 5 penalties, 48 yards, 7 to 12 on third down. individually for Ada. Carter Freeland, 12 of 18 for $169. Great game before he went down. It doesn't have the screen in. I think he had 1 touchdown passing, 1 rushing, I believe.
He did. We have 1 of each.
Brock Boyles with 2 of 2 for 31 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Jack Morris, 6 catches, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. Andrew Hughes, 5 for 44 and 1. Caden Gallagher, 1 for 12. Cooper Patterson, 1 for 4. And Darius Gilmore had 1 for 0. And then rushing for Ada, Darius, 15 for 114 yards, so 7.5 carry. Monty had 4 for 56, so 14 yards a carry. Jake Bohannon, 4 for 33, 8 yards a carry. Fisher Marr, 2 for 17, 8.5 yards a carry. KK, 3 for 16, so over 5. Karan had 1 for 9. I think he had another one later, but I know there was a penalty on it.
Yep.
J.D. Dugan had 1 for 9. Carter Freeland had 4 for 7, and then CPAT had 1 for -1.
You know, the Cougars came in averaging just over 200 yards, 202 yards of offense per game, 82 rushing and 120 passing through their first 2. They amassed over 400 tonight with a really balanced attack led by that rushing game that we talked to Coach about during the Coach's Corner interview, and also we talked about in the pregame. Averaged 2.6 yards per carry coming in against 2 really good 5A defenses. But nonetheless, got to get that going, and they did it tonight. And they did it in multiple ways with different running backs, as you just gave us. But those guys up front, Trey, really their best performance of the year. There were some times when the running back would approach the corner, and there was nothing but real estate for 7-8 yards, and they were just sealing the corners off well and doing a great job giving their back space to get free in.
And our receivers did a great, and KK Fisher at that sniffer back, great job blocking downfield, because when they did get the corner, then they had room to go because our receivers are doing their job. Several of the long runs, the receivers were blocking way down the field. Andrew had a pancake about 35 yards down the field, which is that's a big part of playing receiver, is you got to do that. So it's encouraging to see no backup running back tonight. Xander Rhines was out with his ankle, so he's going to have 2 weeks rest going into the district game, so he'll be fresh-legged and ready to come back. So that's a positive there. The question is Carter's knee. It's there's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way you don't know. Don't want to speculate any time off. But Brock did a great job tonight. We have another quarterback, Colton Carlock, that plays safety, that was a quarterback last year, more of a mobile quarterback. And I figure we'll have packages with him and Brock until CJ can come back if he can. So Brock's a freshman. We're going to take some lumps with him, but if you step up around him, everybody else has got to step up and do their job, and we'll be fine.
Cougars 2-1 headed to district play next week on the road at Salisaw, then the following week on the road at Hilldale, a top 10 team in Class 4A. We'll take our final post-game timeout, come back, and give you a scoreboard. We have one more break?
We just got one.
Yep, this will be our final break then. We'll come back and after this and give you our scoreboard around the state and wrap this one up from Coy Ishto Stadium. This is Cougar football.
Reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
And one more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell Morgan sent ya.
Finn Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at finnford.com.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coy Ishto Stadium for the final time. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Jeremy Marr, Bridges Velarde on camera. The Ada Cougars win it 42-16 tonight over Durant. Several of the district teams that Ada will face coming up starting next week were in action tonight. Let's look at our scoreboard before we wrap it up, Trey.
Yeah, it was a rough week for the district. Ada, of course, won our game, but Sallisaw was beat by Tahlequah 38-27. Fort Gibson got beat by Glenpool 48-20. Sorry, just scrolling down through here. Poto did win 30-21 over Chandler.
They're the highest-ranked team, number 5 in the state, according to the Associated Press poll. 2-1 now in the season.
And then there was one other. Hilldale got beat as well. 27-10 by Claremore.
Yep.
So they were 5 according to the Squirtle standings. Tuttle got beat. That's a number 1 goes down to number 6 Guthrie. Is Guthrie 5A though?
Guthrie's 5A. Yep.
And there was another top 10 that got beat. Elk City got beat pretty bad by Carl Albert 45-2. I reckon that's probably a bad snap that Carl Albert kicked out of the back of the end zone. Maybe.
Elk City had a pretty good football team.
Yeah. I think Wagner was the other one. Yeah, 28-20. Wagner got beat by Grove.
Little local action. Coach McCreary, former Ada coach down at Allen, got a big win against Colgate tonight, 39-33 in a shootout over there. So congratulations to the Allen Mustangs. And that's really about, the scores.
Broken Bow was off this week. They played a 0 week. And, of course, our first 2 opponents also played 0 week games from Callister and Ardmore, so they were off.
Cougars are 2-1. Let me tell you what's tomorrow. The 17th at Chickasha High School. The cheer team goes to regionals.
Cool.
Chickasha High School tomorrow. So good luck to the cheer team.
I know they've been putting in a lot of time practicing for that.
Here tonight, and I guess they
also have homecoming tomorrow.
Homecoming and
dance.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night. It's a big day around Ada Fest in Ada as well, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I think there's a car show out at North Hills.
Blue Moon.
In honor of Tommy.
Yep. That's Tommy Miller.
Tommy Miller,
yep.
Yep.
Blue Moon car show. I'll probably find my way out there for a bit tomorrow.
Somewhat of a good college football game at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, too.
OU and
Nebraska.
The Huskers. Yeah,
who knows? How are they going to come out with a new coach? It's a trap game for OU, in my opinion.
Yeah, you can look at the spread and see that.
It's dropped
down to 11 last I saw.
Yeah, it started out at 14 and a half, I think.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's an OU team that really blows out anybody.
No.
I think they're pretty good, but I think it's that style they play. It looks like they just
we better score 35 points, though, because Georgia Southern did.
That's right.
And Northwestern.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I know this is going on a little bit. Nebraska hadn't lost many blowouts. That's the thing about Scott Frost. I think I saw he was 2-12 in games decided less than 8 points. Even last year, they did horrible in the Big Ten, and they were all close.
Yeah, he's won't get a chance to coach anymore. He's again, he was let go after that embarrassing loss to Georgia Southern, as Trey said. But that's OU Nebraska at 11 tomorrow. East Central plays Southern Nazarene on the road. Tigers trying to get their first win in game number 3. You can hear that game on 105.5 with Mike Manis tomorrow. That's East Central Tiger football. We're back on the air next Friday night from Salisaw as we run out east on I-40, and we take on Salisaw. That game's a 7:30 kickoff, I believe. It was at 7. I'm sorry.
I think that one's at 7.
I
the
think
next
you're right.
One's 7:30.
That's right. Thank you for that correction. So we're on the air 6:15.
If anybody wants to buy us breakfast on our way out of town,
that's right.
Just let us know.
Yeah, we will gladly have breakfast and make that journey. 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kick from Salisaw. First district game of the season. Cougars will enter it at 2-1. All right, been a good night. Final score for the final time: the Ada Cougars beat the Durant Lions 42-16. It's been fun on homecoming night from Coy Ishto Stadium in the home opener for the Ada Cougars. Bridges Velarde, as always, tremendous job on camera for Jeremy Morrow, statistician and spotter, and for Trey Kinley. Until next week from Salisaw, I'm Kenny Morrison. God bless. Good night, everybody.
This has been Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation. Brought to you in part by First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, TW Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Infinity Ford. Ada Cougar Football, a presentation of the Cool 99.3 and AdaSports.net.